couldn't care less how little or how much talent Puncher has. You don't do that to your structure. You just don't like in terms of having like no tall backs, like, and they've got some seriously tall guys as well. You know, they've got Rory Lobb, they've got Norton. Although you could argue Norton is underdone, so you know it's going to be interesting to see how he sort of plays into it. But even then, it's like I feel like even in the past, we're also notorious for playing against guys that are even they aren't going in 100%, but because we've enabled them to play their best game because we're underdone in the tall defense. They then have a
Yeah.
bad. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, the other way. They end up having a good game because we've allowed them to have a good game because we don't have anyone to really cover for those players. Um, yeah, no, Manny, I've been, trust me, I've been saying the same thing for the past 24 hours. Don't you worry. And that's the thing. And I mean, I'm always happy to be wrong. If me being wrong means that we get a win at the end of the night, then I'll take it, and I'll be extremely proud of the fact that we walked away with a win. But I can't sit there and go, nah, that does scare me a bit. The fact that we're going in with one less key defender. Um, I mean, even even if you just threw Howes in there, um, like I know, yeah, but then again, I know with some of the guys that could be dropped, they're not going to be dropped for obvious reasons. Um, so we're sort of talking about things we know that aren't going to happen, but I don't know. You just sort of find a way, don't you? Because I know a lot of the supporters are saying like, oh, but we're just going to beat them for pace, and if the ball goes to ground, we'll kill them that way. And I mean that's fine, but yeah, again, how many times have we sort of had a team where we seem to speak about a plan where we go about it a certain way only to then get found out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um so yeah, I am going into this very sort of, I don't think cautious is the right word, but like I am, and I'm not dreading this game. Like I see the concerns, I see the okay, this is where we can go wrong. But I'm also kind of hopeful as well, you know? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of yeah, I am definitely interested to know like how this is all gonna play out. Um, so yeah, um if we do get the win, that would be great, but I can see so many reasons to why we could lose this, and it's not gonna take much. Like, if we're gonna try the same old and have side in our defense, um yeah, it's a weird one, Manny, isn't it? It is a genuine 50-50, but it's like a 50-50 where it's like 100-0 both ways, if that makes any sense. It's like a bipolar game, if anything. It's like it's 50-50 in terms of it's even, in terms of the result could go either way. But like, I don't know, mate. Yeah. But then again, Collingwood don't do blowouts, so it's not like if we're gonna win, we're gonna blow dogs out of the water. Um, but like, yeah, yeah. Chris, do you have any thoughts on that in terms of like, do you think it's a 50-50?
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50. I agree. I think this game can go either way. Our midfield can get on top or their forward line will get on top. Like we've all said, Bond can go forward, that worries me. Lobb can go forward, English can go forward. Of course it's 50-50. We're not going to anyone who thinks we're going to thrash Bulldogs tonight, we're not. It's going to be a tight, close game. It might be tight until the last quarter. It comes down to can our midfield get on top? Can Nick Dacos and someone else help him? Can like a Gus, can a Swaddling, can a Geordie help him and not leave it up to Nick? Our midfield needs to dominate their midfield. If our midfield can dominate them, we'll be laughing. We can win this. It comes down to our midfield. Can they win the centre clearances all night long?
Yeah, and it also probably comes down to how we use Allen
Mm.
as well tonight. You know, do we
Yes.
use him as a tagger on Bond? Do we use him just
Mm.
as his own midfielder? I would argue
Mm.
just play him as a genuine midfielder.
Mm.
Let's not worry about the opposition. Let's not worry about Bond getting off the chain. Let's not worry about Edridge getting off the chain.
Mm.
Let's back in our midfield. Have your Nicks, have your Allens. Um, I can't wait for the day Swaddling gets in the midfield. Just
Yeah.
quickly there. But I think that's still maybe a bit early. But you never know. Maybe this is the time. Like
Mm.
if we get to the point and it's like if we're up by say a couple of goals, like let's just say we're around that 4 to 5 goal mark, why not throw him in for a
Mm.
few minutes?
I agree.
Like if you're gonna expose him to the midfield, isn't this one of the best chances just to give him a little bit of a taste so that he goes into preseason
Mm.
next year with a massive chip on his shoulder and wanting to be the best version of himself? I think there's a great opportunity in that
Mm.
alone, but um, yeah, we'll sort of see how that goes. But it looks like he's
Mm.
playing defense tonight. Um, although I think Sidey was listed on the wing, so I don't know how much what's the word, credence, is that the right word? I'm not sure how much you
Yeah.
would rely on that information. Because Sidey's been playing a lot of backline of
Mm.
late. Or a bit of halfback, like sort of like a
Mm.
defensive, maybe a defensive winger at best, I would feel. Um, but yeah, there we go. So, do you remember your margin from last night, Chris?
Yeah, 20 points.
Yep, and you're still confident with that?
Yeah, I'm still confident. I think it'll be 2 or 3 goals. Yeah, I'm confident with that.
Yeah, I think I went with 9 myself.
Mm.
It's just more because of Fly, like how he likes to have those
Mm.
close games.
Mm.
I can sort of see us getting like a goal and a half ahead.
Mm.
We'll probably make it. I think it'll be like a one kick game, and then
Mm.
I think once the Dogs sort of figure out, okay, we're game's done. I think we'll probably bang on 1 or 2 goals late,
Mm.
and we'll probably win by about 9 points. Sounds about right. Um, well, at least I hope that that's what happens. But yeah. Um. All right. Who are some other players that you think are gonna step up, or just some predictions?
Well, I think your man Swaddling will stand up. I think my man Westy will stand up. I think Gus will stand up. I'm thinking Ed Allen will stand up. I think, look,
Yeah.
like I said, I think there's a lot of players in the team that can stand up. It cannot just be Nick Dacos. It has to be so many others stand up tonight. Make it that we've got so many that Bulldogs cannot stop them all. I agree. I think there's a lot can stand up. I think Longing he needs to stand up tonight. I think like Sidey, I don't know where we're going to play him, but do not play him in defence. Play him like we've all said. Play him half forward. Make him stand up in the forward line tonight. Maybe, like we
Hmm.
said, put Bo in the midfield. I like Bo in the midfield. I think he's become a great midfielder. I want to see him in the midfield tonight. Maybe he'll stand up and he'll take the pressure on Nick Dacos tonight.
Yep. Yeah. Well, he's another big body, and yeah, we
Mm,
talk about having like even Long to be that enforcer for
mm,
Nick. I mean, I think Bo could do that job pretty well. Plus, also probably even win a bit of ball himself.
mm,
Um, I do think I the fact that you mentioned West as well. West is
mm,
another one where it's just like I can feel something out of West. Um, there's just something telling me that he's going to kick a pretty good bag tonight. When I say
mm,
bag, I'm thinking maybe like 4 or 5.
mm,
I don't think he'll get Karmas. That
mm,
just seems like too. It just seems like it's too obvious of a matchup.
mm.
Um, but because you've got Selwood and I'm trying to
Mm.
think of the other guy that was in the pocket.
They've got
Um,
O'Donnell.
yeah, well, O'Donnell will probably go to McStay. I think that's
Mm,
pretty evident. Um, yeah, so it'd be interesting to see where because yeah they had 2 other defenders, but they're only 190 centimeters each.
mm,
So they're not super tall. So if there's ever a game for Charlie West to come out and do something, this is the game. Um, So yeah, if he kicks 4 or 5, I would not be surprised at all. And I
I would
do
love
kind of
that.
get a feeling like that's going to happen actually.
Mm.
Um, um,
Well, they've got Bailey Williams down there, Bramble, and Bailey
yeah.
Dale.
Oh yeah, and sorry, I was actually going to answer Connie's
Mm.
message as well. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a wet game. So
Mm.
um, yeah, we're going to have to make sure that our contested games up to scratch. Would a wet game put it in our favor, Chris, or do you think that would favor the Dogs?
No, I think it put our favour because we've got good players that they can play good in the wet. I think it would put in our favour because Dogs they've gone really tall tonight. They've got Lob, they've got English, they've got Norton. I don't think we don't really have many tools in our side tonight. So I think it would favour us because Dogs have too many tools in their side.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just checking the
Mm,
weather app just to fact check
mm,
it. Yeah, so we've got 15 degrees, mostly cloudy. Um, yeah, there's some light rain in the evening, so should be yeah. So again, so maybe not so much rain as we thought, but um, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to listen to theories and stuff. Yeah, if there is going to be that little bit of rain and we're trying to go small ball, then
mm,
at least that's something.
mm,
Um, I don't know. I feel, even in the wet, surely you'd want Puncher to be putting in the effort and like
mm.
um over somebody else. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there.
No,
Because
you're right.
at the end of the day, like there are going to be marks taken in this game. It's not like there'll be no marks
Mm.
just because it's wet. So in the western suburbs. Okay, so okay, well yeah, there you go. Well, I looked at the Victoria, um, yeah, the Victoria side of the weather app, and it's saying 15 degrees with light showers,
Mm.
light showers. So, um, but yeah, but yeah, in terms of, but also as well too, like our as much as we probably sort of struggled to sort of win a hard ball and win the contested possessions. One of the things that we have sort of held a hat on, especially with the games that we've played well in, is actually our pressure. So again, the rain, if there is any rain, that would definitely help it for sure. So
Mm.
no, you can definitely make a case for it being in our favour. Definitely. Is there any other thoughts you have, Chris, at all for the game?
Well, yeah, of course. What do you think? What would you tag Bont or would you not tag Bont or Richards tonight?
I kind of just let him go, to be honest, because again, it's like
Mm,
you could throw Allen on him, but Allen's been playing such good
mm,
footy. I'd rather like yeah, it's one of those things. I'm fine with it either way. It's like if you want that
mm,
learning experience for Allen, then there you go. You've got Bont,
mm,
but at the same time, it's like I feel like Allen's like he's already done his apprenticeship. So what are you really
mm,
going to get out of Allen tagging Bont? Like like
mm,
he could keep him quiet, but if
mm.
keeping Bont quiet means Allen then doesn't get the ball himself, um, is that gonna play a part in a win or loss? You know,
Yeah.
um, I'm just not sure on that. So where I think I'd rather play the positive game, and I'd rather throw Allen in there so then he can win the clearances and yeah, win his own ball rather than like focusing on Bont because I think yeah, I feel like he's already gone through that whole process. Um, yeah, in terms of yeah, no, I feel like he's already gone through that process. He's already when I say like an established midfielder, like he's
Mm,
obviously I don't think you're throwing him out of the midfield anytime soon now.
yeah.
Um, And yeah, I think you just leave him in. And I think you leave him in as a permanent mid as well too. I mean, things can change as well. I mean, you could even get to quarter time if Bond's having say 10, 12 touches a quarter time. Then you go, okay, maybe we need to do something about this, especially if his efficiency's high. But yeah, I'd rather just back in our talent first because I don't think doggies.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think they
agree.
tag as well. So it's not like It's not like the doggies will sacrifice a player to do a tag.
Hmm.
So you don't want to take. I mean, I would argue Allen's our second best midfielder. So you don't want to tag. You don't want your
Hmm.
second best midfielder to be tagging when dogs aren't going to tag. So it's basically like two midfielders against three, basically, because you're going to have someone paying attention to someone specifically. And if it's our second best midfielder, I'd rather just be against it. To be honest, I think Allen's
Yeah.
a overqualified version of a tag now.
Hmm. So how do you think
All right.
Swadlin will go tonight, Sean?
Well, in my predictions that I was saying last night,
Hmm.
I reckon he'll back up again for another 30 disposal game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He always seems to have a knack of kicking a goal as well, so that's always good. So if
Hmm.
he can get 30 in a goal, I'll be pretty happy with that. That's
Hmm.
yeah. And then we can talk about your man Lipper. We
Hmm.
can talk about how well he's going to go. What's your thoughts on how do you reckon he'll go in his comeback game?
I think he'll go shit. Look. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say this. I don't know how he's gonna go, but how do we know he's gonna play good? He's been injured most of the year. So look, to me, I think if I'm gonna make a prediction how he'll go tonight, I'll say he'll get maybe 15 disposals, maybe one goal. But the thing is, I don't know how he's gonna go. He's been injured most of the year. What we're expecting him to be the Lipper he's been most of the year. I don't know if we can expect that. It's like he's been injured most of the year. How can we expect him to play the way he's been playing most of the year? He might be underdone.
Well, how many weeks has he been off? He's missed at least what 3 games, 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not the majority of the season. And I think as well too another factor
Mm,
that we're not sort of taking into
mm,
account the fact that the fact that he hasn't been playing for 3 or 4 weeks. I think the mental freshness that he's going to have going into this game, and the fact that he's probably even like penciled in the doggies to have his like comeback game. I've I mean, you guys know that I made the prediction that Lipper's going to kick a goal and have 25.
mm,
Um, I just really feel like that this is definitely one of those games where I think he's definitely penciled in doggies and um, yeah, I mean I can't speak on if he was close enough last week and he's like ready to go now or whatever, but
mm,
I don't know, it kind of feels like it's a bit too Pacific for Lipper. So I'm wondering if there was like
mm.
a game plan behind this and um do we even know why he missed those like 3 to 4 weeks? Because I'm struggling to forget
Well,
why he
maybe
missed.
Josh will know. Josh might know why he missed those
Yeah,
games.
I'm sure Josh is going to be all over
Mm.
it in terms of what was the reason why Lipper missed? Um, yeah.
Look, I hope
Oh,
he
and
does do well
yeah,
tonight. I hope he does. I hope he does do well. That's all I hope. All I want is for him to if he stands up, I'll be happy. But if he doesn't, I won't be. I want him to stand up tonight.
yeah. Okay, well, so apparently, so if we're going
Mm,
off Manny, yeah, okay.
mm,
So he's done a calf and it's been 3 weeks.
mm, mm.
Um, normally a calf's like 4 weeks, though, isn't it? Isn't that like a
Yeah,
month
that's what I'm
injury?
thinking. That's what I'm
So
thinking.
and mind you, he didn't. It's not
Mm,
like he came off limping. So maybe if he did his calf, maybe it was like a
mm,
minor one. That's
mm,
me like assuming, but yeah, as I said, I've just got this feeling he's penciled this in, and
mm.
I can just feel a good Lipper game coming. Um, And again, who better to play against the team that basically told you that you weren't any good and that you weren't wanted from.
Well,
Because
that's
that's the
true.
other thing too. It's one thing to not be wanted
Mm,
by a club, but I wonder how much of an effect it would have when it's also a club that you actually supported, like you actually grew up supporting. Because for those that
mm,
are unaware, not that there'd probably be too many, because we're all pretty switched on over here. But Leticia was actually a Dogs fan when he was a kid.
mm.
So so yeah, I wonder how much that would like sting him. The fact that Dogs were like, yeah, no, we're gonna move on with in another direction with not you in it. I wonder if that is something where he's like sort of taken that. Um, when I say he's maybe taken that to heart, I mean I feel like every player, if they get traded or they get delisted, but then that they make their way back in the AFL, I feel like every player has some form of, all right, I'm gonna show these guys that
Mm.
they end up making the wrong call trying to cut me. Um, so yeah, I can see Lipper having a good game in that sense.
Well, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want him to stand up. I don't like I don't like getting angry at players. I want him to stand up. I want him to prove me wrong. If he does a big game tonight, I'll be happy. That's all I want. I want him to stand up.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Yep. All right. Is there any other players we can mention, Chris? Is there anyone taking your fancy that
Mm.
you reckon is going to do well? Like Frampton? Do we think Frampton's going to keep someone goalless?
Yeah, I think he could. Hey, look, there's no guarantees that Norton can have a good game tonight. I think if Frampton's playing on him, if Frampton plays his best, he could keep Norton goalless tonight. It comes down what Frampton shows up and what Norton shows up. I could see Norton keeping no goals tonight, and it's all because of Frampton. I could see that happening.
Yeah. He asked for a trade. Oh, it's just Lipinski. Yeah, he asked for a trade at the end of
Mm,
the year, but
mm.
yeah, because no, when you've played, I think at that point, how many he played? What 50 games for the Doggies? Maybe just under
Yeah.
100. So yeah,
Mm,
when you and for someone that did watch his journey at the Dogs,
mm,
yeah, he was killing it in the VFL too. He was getting
mm,
35, 40 touches every week.
mm.
Um, yeah, no, he actually had some pretty good form in the VFL there. I think he even had games where he had like 40 and 3 even.
That's
Um,
good. That's what we want.
yeah. Well, he's not going to kick 40 and 3 in the AFL at our AFL
Hey,
level, but
if he could do it in the VFL, maybe one night he could do it for us in the AFL.
I mean, I'm not going to be against it, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Um, all right, just looking through the comments.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a comment here. Ed's
mm,
not a traditional tagger. He goes both ways. I mean, we have
mm,
seen that, though. Like that is true. Like we have
mm,
seen the fact that he has done a tagging job, but still he's gotten his own
mm,
ball. It's just I don't know. Like, do you put any emphasis on it in terms of the fact that the fact that he's playing on Bont? Um, Actually, I'm wondering because we've obviously played them at some point this year. Did Alan do a tagging job on Bont?
yes.
And if he did,
In
like,
the
how
last
did that
quarter,
go?
last time we played him, he did a tagging role in the last quarter, kept him to 12 to 10 touches in the last quarter.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's definitely like an option.
Mm,
And then yeah, because I mean, you can also do just like a loose tagging role where yeah, like the
mm,
run with is definitely another option too. Um, and yeah, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we'll get to them when we can. Um,
mm.
and also as well, if anyone wants to hop on the stream and to give your own thoughts, Manny, if you want to hop on, I can put a link in the comments. Um, and yeah, just let us know on that. But yeah, so Chris, what's your overall thoughts on Charlie West in terms of how he's going to perform?
I'm thinking he's going to do very well. Look, I was very impressed with him last week, kicking 3 goals. I could see him doing that tonight. If he gets the right matchup, I could see him, like you said, he could kick 3 to 5 goals tonight. I just hope we see the West we saw last week. I am, like you said, I'm one of his biggest fans because I know how good this kid can be. Well, last week he proved why I'm a fan of this kid. He kicked 3 goals last week. I could see him doing that tonight. Take the game away from the Dogs. I could see him 3 to 5 goals, and then he's the reason we win tonight. I can see him be the best forward on the ground tonight. That's what I can see him doing.
Yeah. And and just back on the Ed Allen stuff, he played on Ed Bridges in the third and Bont in the fourth. Yeah, I think that rings a bell.
He
So
did.
yeah, so there you go.
Mm.
All right, we'll go to the other key forward. So Tim Membry, what's your expectations of him tonight?
Well, like Manny would say, he needs to lift. He needs to fucking lift tonight. I hope he kicks like maybe 2 or 3 goals. He needs to lift. I don't know. Look, I think some nights he plays good, some nights he plays shit. Tonight he needs to kick 2 to 3 goals and stand up. You can't just, like I said, you can't leave it to West. Can't leave it to McStay. He needs to stand up tonight, kick 2 or 3 goals tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'd actually be interested to know like how far or how little of a performance someone like a Membry has to have for us to even consider like a Jack Buller.
Yes.
Because that actually would be interesting. Where if we get another game out of Tim Membry where he doesn't do too much, like yeah, he does a bit up the ground, takes a couple of marks, but maybe he kicks like 1 goal, 1 or something. At what point do we sort of go, okay, maybe we need to look at Jack Buller to have the game or two? And when I say game or two, you know, like just to give him like an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because especially if we're going to be, I can't remember what game it was, but there was a game with Membry where he was like struggling to kick from like 50, and
Yeah, I remember that.
was it the last Marvel game? Was it?
I
Didn't
think
we
it
have a Marvel
was. I think
game
it
a few
was.
weeks ago? And he had about
I,
3 or 4 shots from 50,
mm,
and like didn't even get the distance, or if he did, he missed.
I think he.
Um,
I think we did. I think I can look it up. I think we had a marble game. I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
uh, some reason Adelaide's playing in my head.
Mm.
No, because we did. Yeah, because we definitely covered that game. I mean, we cover every game, obviously, but I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Lucas getting up and about. Yeah, why is Adelaide sticking in my head for some reason?
We played
Maybe.
North at Marvel round 18.
Oh, was it North?
It could have been against Carlton, or it could have been maybe it was a game like we played at the MCG. He couldn't kick from 40.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wouldn't have been Carlton because I think he had a good game
Mm.
against Carlton actually. Um,
What about against Geelong when we played them?
oh, I mean, everyone had a terrible game against Geelong, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So can't really put that on him for that.
Mm.
All right. So then we've got McStay. What's your overall
Mm.
expectations on McStay for tonight?
I think he's going to play really good. I hope. Like, I actually want him to play more ruck. Take the pressure off DC. I want him to play more ruck. I can see him kicking maybe 4 goals tonight. I can see him becoming one of the best forward on the ground tonight. But I want him to do more ruck. When DC is getting dominated, put McStay in there. I think sometimes McStay is a better ruck than the DC. I would love for him to do more ruck tonight and then take the pressure off. Even DC could go forward and McStay's doing most of the ruck. I would love to see that tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and just in case if with Manny, if you're listening, if you need me to put a link in the chat, let me know, and we can get you on, and you can give us a bit of a pre-game talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
so just let me know if you want to do that. All right, we'll go with the small forwards because
Mm,
we'll stick with the theme of forwards.
mm.
I'd say Harrison's a forward. So, what's your expectations of Harrison tonight?
I think he's going to play good. I can see him kicking 2 goals tonight and being like one of the quickest players on the ground. I like Harrison. He's one of my new favourite players at Collingwood. I actually would love him to play more midfield. Put him in the midfield. Maybe then you put like a Josh Dacos. I mean, in there too. I would love him to play more midfield. Then Nick and Geordie can play midfield. I mean, forward in the forward line. I think Harrison could be like Bo. He could be a midfielder. I like Harrison a lot. I think he'll kick 2 tonight.
Yeah, 2 goals for Harrison. Yeah,
Mm,
I'd be happy to see that. All right, I got the teams up now. Oh, here we go. Schultz. What's your
mm.
expectations on Schultz?
Shooter, I think will kick 3. I think he's like I think I really like Shooter. I think I'm so happy we got him. I think he'll kick 3, and he'll be one of the best pressure players on the ground. They'll be struggling to get it out of the defense because Shooter will keep putting pressure on them. They won't be able to get it out of the defense. I think he'll kick 3.
3 goals for Shooter. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm.
All right, Will Hayes. What's your expectations on him?
I think he'll kick 2, and I like. Well, I would love him to play midfield too. I really like Purple, as Matt would call him. I like Purple. I like him. I think he'll kick 2, and he'll be like he'll put the he puts. I like him too because he puts the pressure on. I like small forwards that put the pressure on and make it that people can't get away that easily. I think he'll kick 2.
Yep. All right. Then the next one we've got is we've already spoken about Lipinski. Bo
Mm,
McCrory. What's your expectations on him? I think I spoke about him a little bit, but I think
yeah.
we kind of skipped over yourself. What's your thoughts
Mm.
on him, and how do you think he'll go?
He will play really good. I want him to play midfield. I like him as a small forward, but I like him as a midfielder. I saw him in that game 2 weeks ago when we played Hawthorn. He was the reason we almost won that game because he was playing in the midfield. I want him to play midfield. Maybe at the start of the game, put him in the midfield. Give the dogs. Don't let the dogs know what we're doing. Put Bo in the midfield and let him, dominate the midfield tonight. I want him as a midfielder, and I think he can have maybe 20 disposals in the midfield.
I actually rate that. Actually, that's such a good call. I know you're gonna have some people that are gonna be like, oh no,
Mm,
but it's got to be Nick Allen
mm,
and
mm,
who's the other one, like DeGoey or Long or someone like
mm,
that. But yeah, no, like throw a spanner in the works. Why
mm.
not? Like, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
they're probably gonna have all their plans, their structures. Like, and and Bo's no mug as well. Like, if you throw him in the middle and he throws his body around, gets if he gets the ball in hand and he takes off, there's not too many that can chase him down. So,
mm.
um, yeah, no, I'm definitely all for that one for sure. And if you get them sort of second guessing their game plans, well, then that's even better. No, that's a good call by you, Chris. Well done. All right, we'll go to the midfield. We'll start off with the rucks. What's your expectations on Cameron?
Well, Cameron, I think he can dominate English. Tire him out. Take him forward. I don't know if English likes playing in the back line. Take him forward. Maybe DC can run him around. I know English might win the tack, but it's all about can DC like take him to places he doesn't go him. Take him in the forward line. If English goes forward, make it that he can't mark the ball. I think DC can dominate him around the ground. I want to see him dominate and be the best, ruckman on the ground. I think he can have maybe like 20 disposal and he could kick 1 goal tonight. I think he could dominate English tonight.
Yeah, I was actually trying to think when was the last time Darcy
Mm,
Cameron kicked a goal. Actually, it's been a while,
yeah.
hasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, if we can limit his English's impact in the centre bounce as he's getting the taps and stuff, We know that Cameron can definitely beat him around the ground. So yeah, if Cameron can get his marks and even have better defense, because their defense definitely needs a bit of height. So if he can go and chop them out a bit, that would be nice. Yeah, no, I can. I mean, in terms of hitouts, there's always. I mean, I'm always a terrible judge on the hitouts, but what you would imagine he'd get at least 30? Like you'd want him to get 30 hitouts.
Yeah.
If you do that, then that's probably about right. I don't think
Mm.
he's probably kicking a goal, but again, it's something that we haven't seen in a while, so you never know. He always pops up every now and then.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, normally has games where he gets about 25 disposals, but yeah, as long as he gets like high teens, I'm pretty happy with that. And if he can get if he can get his efficiency up to 60 plus, then that's pretty good too. All right. All right. Who's next? All right, Long. What's your expectations on Long for tonight?
Look, I just want Long to do what he's been doing. He doesn't. I don't want him to be like. I want him to put the pressure on in the midfield. Like I think Long is a great tackler. Like he usually has most tackles for us in that midfield. I just want him to put the pressure on, and then when you do get it, hand pass it off to all the time. Do not kick the ball once. Hand pass it to Nick Dacos. Hand pass it to Geordie. Let them get it forward. Just put the pressure on in the midfield and get the ball forward to Nick and Geordie. He could have like maybe 20 disposals, and then he could just put the pressure on him, and then we're going forward, and then we can dominate the midfield.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, especially with Long, it's been pretty evident that he's only a one position player. So he needs to be that inside mid, and if he's not anything else, his value goes down pretty significantly after that. So yeah, I would have him as an inside mid playing by Patrick Cripps, because he is that player, and he just doesn't have the capabilities to just play anywhere else. So yeah. All right, then we've got Jordan DeGoey. What's your expectations on him?
I see Geordie. I want to see Geordie play a bit in the midfield, but I also want to see him in that forward line. If he's like in that forward, he could be like a Dustin Martin. But he could be in that forward line. He could kick 2-3 goals tonight. I want him to be in the midfield, but I want him to mostly play forward. I've seen him when he's in that forward line. No one can stop him. He could kick 2-3 goals in that forward line tonight, and he could be like one of the reasons we win tonight if he's playing in that forward line.
Yep. So in terms of disposals and goals and just anything else in general you want to make a prediction on, what do you think happens with DeGoey?
I'll go 30 disposals for Geordie, and I could see him kick 3 goals.
Out of the midfield, he's going to kick 3 goals and 30.
No,
I'd love to see that.
30 in the midfield, 3 goals if he goes and goes forward. If he goes forward,
so either type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, if he goes midfield, you don't think he'll be kicking a goal?
What? Oh yeah.
So if he goes in the midfield, you don't think he'll kick a goal?
No, he can. I just think he can do it from both. He can do it from the forward line, and he can do it in defense. He can do it in the forward line, and he can do it in the midfield. I think if he's in that midfield, he's the type of person. He can run the ball and he can kick it from 50. I think he can kick one from the forward line and the midfield.
Yeah, so basically 30 disposals and a goal, you reckon?
Yep.
I mean, he'll probably go forward for a little bit, but really he's a midfielder at the end of the day. So
Manny was just saying to me. Manny
Yeah.
was just saying to me he wants me to send him the link on Facebook. Do you want me to send it to him on Facebook?
Yeah. If you send him the link on Facebook, that's fine.
All right, I'll do it to him. He said send it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, if we can get Manny on, that'll be good. Yeah, and guys, if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in. We'll answer them as to the best of our ability and stuff. And yeah, just kind of going through the team. Yeah, not entirely sure if I think DeGo is going to get 30, but yeah, if he can get, I don't know, 25 and 2, if he can get that, I'd be very, very happy with that. Sounds about right for DeGoey. I feel like he also, am I I don't know if I'm bugging on this, but has DeGoey not kicked a goal recently? He's been pretty quiet in the goals tally, yeah.
No, he kicked 2 to 3. He kicked 2 to 3 last week against Brisbane.
Oh, the Brisbane. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I would have forgotten the Brisbane game because that wasn't a game to remember. But yeah, yeah, because I don't know. Outside of that Brisbane game, I also feel like he kind of owes us a bit too. Kind of feel like he owes us a good game because he. It's actually funny because I actually mentioned this where his first half, like I reckon the first half, like DeGoey's first half was probably the best we've probably seen him for a long time, especially in the home and away season. But yeah, I want to say I reckon he's had about 2 months worth of footy where he's been a bit sort of underwhelming. Like he hasn't really been the DeGoey of old, or the DeGoey at least of the first half of the season. So I'm sort of hoping that he's sort of building up for a good finals run. But yeah, we'll sort of see. I feel like he normally has good games against the Dogs too. So 25 and 2 makes a little bit of sense, although that's going to be one of his obviously better games this year for sure. But I think it's still possible for him to achieve it, especially if we go into a shootout. I think it's pretty possible for him to get 25. It's just a matter of if he goes forward enough and kicks the 2. All right, we will move on to the next player. We'll go into the back line. And all right, we'll talk about Houston. What's your overall thoughts on Houston and your expectations?
Like Matt would say, he needs to fucking lift. I want Houston to be like the quarterback. I want him to want the ball. I want him to be looking for a target in that midfield. And also, I want him to go forward and kick a couple of goals. I want him to be the reason. I want him to be one of the best defenders on the ground. He needs to fucking lift. You need to look, when you get that ball, like Matt says, look for your targets in the midfield. Be one of the best defenders on the ground. If you don't do anything tonight, I think you need to go at the end of the year. You need to do something big tonight.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of him being a defender, like, yeah, it's hard to sort of see someone that's a defender that can't defend. That's been pretty evident this year and even last year to some extent, but I feel like this year he's even been worse in that regard. But yeah, in terms of having his kicks off half back, I mean, if you get that's the thing. I feel like it's kind of the same with Lipinski. I feel like he's in the same sort of bracket where if you can hit your targets inside 450 with what like Pepper does, and do like the one thing you're good at, if you can do that really well, then I can look at you and go, okay, I can then cop you being deficient in certain other areas, right? I just feel like when it comes to Houston, I just feel like his turnovers, they're just way too costly.
I agree.
And a lot of the kicks, I feel like there's always better options. I feel like he also burns a lot of teammates. I just think overall, Houston needs to tidy up his disposal a lot better, and at the end of the day, just make better choices. That's just my personal opinion. But we actually have someone backstage, and I'll get him on, and he can start talking. We have got the man himself. Oh no,
He
just disappeared. He was here, then he wasn't.
Come on, man, he fucking lived.
He was on for about 0.2 of a second, I reckon. So there you go. He got his screen time. That's it.
2 seconds, Matty. Really?
Oh, here we go.
I think he's back.
Hey, Manny.
Hey. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, boys? Echo?
No, you're all good.
What's going on, boys? You fucking ready or what? Huh? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, are you?
I
Are
want to
Give it
you?
to
know
these
what's going to go on tonight.
absolute fucking pussies. I just saw a news report. It's fucking dry there, bro. It's really dry. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to try and stretch us. They're going to start pushing English forward. They're going to start pushing the Bont forward. Lob's got a pitch hit in the ruck. They're going to start pushing Lob forward. So Howe and Frampton are in for a massive night tonight because we know what's going to happen. Josh Dacos has got no defensive acumen whatsoever. He refuses to defend. We know that already. We know that fucking Houston, he can't defend if his life depended on it, right? He's a fucking offensive player. So there's two of them that don't defend. The only small defender that defends is Quaynor, right? And he's up and down sometimes. Brazzy's not there. So we're relying on Frampton and Howe to get the job done on the tall players. So if it stays dry tonight, he best off making a late fucking change. Side bottom out, push Houston up the ground, bring Puncher in for fucking defensive backup. If one of our defenders go down, like Jeremy Howe did in the final, I don't know whether it was last year or a couple of years ago, Jeremy Howe went down in the first fucking 5 minutes. We're done. So you're better off having your defense fully secured and locked down. That way there, you don't get punished. Because if we lose the defender, we're done. It's over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more.
And Dale, three players need to be stopped at all costs. Bailey Dale from their back line, he gets their ball movement going. Then you got Richards. Then you got Bont. All those three ball users need to be stopped because them three can get the ball up the field that quickly inside into Norton's hands before we know it. So midfield battle, Cameron's got to compete because English always smacks him and he goes up forward and he kicks 2-3 goals on us. It's fucking funny. Every time we play the Bulldogs, it seems like English always come back into the team. Right, so English is going to stretch fucking Cameron forward. Cameron has to watch him. If fucking English starts coming into the forward 50, Cameron needs to follow him in there. You can't let him be fucking loose in there by himself. Cameron has to follow him in there, right, and spoil the ball, intercept mark, and get the ball moving our way.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
And Houston we got Houston into the club for these fucking moments. Do you understand? Houston, you're on big money. We brought you over to the club to break open finals footy, right? Defensive lines. Do you understand? Yep. That's what we brought you here for. We want you to break open defensive lines. We want you to cut them open with your ball use. Get the ball into his hands and start moving the footy. Josh Dacos, hey buddy, relax. Take it easy tonight. Take your time. You're not a professional ball user. All right? You put the ball on the boot on the boot sometimes and you hack it. Take your time. Don't get too excited and hit the target nicely. Don't get too excited, Josh. You're not Nick. Just pull back a bit, right, and take it easy. Lipinski, you haven't played for 3 weeks. Are you match hardened? I want to see if you match hardened, buddy. It's a final tonight. Head over the footy. Get on the outside, link up, and get your head over the footy because there's going to be occasions tonight when the ball's going to be on the wing on the ground, and you've got to put your head over it. Put your head over it and get it done. Schultzy, when you get a set shot in front of goals, take your time, have a nice deep breath, right, and put the ball through the middle of the big sticks. Don't start missing 3-4 goals, right? If you're playing that small, lead out forward from the goal square, you need to finish off. Also, Membry, this week, finish off your set shots. The last couple of weeks, you've been missing them. Take your time, put on the boot nicely, and put it through the big sticks. If we don't take opportunities tonight, they're going to punish us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm just sort of reading the comments here. I got a comment here saying I'm more worried about Lob floating down to the full forward line. Yeah, that's also a bit of a concern too because that's an extra tall.
You done it last week? I saw him in there last week. He was floating in there last week. That's without English. Tonight, when English is there, put it this way, Greatness. If their defensive back 50, it's small. If they're managing it properly and they're not getting fucking smacked, we're not smacking them in their back 50. What they'll do is they'll push lob forward as well and stretch us. But if we're giving it to them, what they'll do is they'll swing lob back for protection. But if they're coping and they're doing fine, Buku Karmas, right, O'Donnell, and what's his name there, Selwood, if they're managing all right, they'll keep it as it is. But if we start getting on top of them aerially, they'll swing him back, lob back, and he'll play second ruck as well. Pitch hit ruck.
Yeah, and that's probably like the thing is that if we're playing like a defensive game early, I feel like that would be the worst thing to do because in terms of getting the goals on the board, if we can get goals early, and put the pressure on. Not saying that that's what we do at Collingwood, but in terms of a game plan, our game plan needs to be goals early so that you can have someone like a Lob go in their defence, and he's having to help out because you got McStay, Membry, and West. If you can get those guys off the chain, and let's just say they have say 4 goals between them inside the first say 15, maybe even 20 minutes if you including time on. That's sort of where you can sort of expose doggies in that sense. And then if you're having Lob down there, it makes it easier for then the defenders because then the defenders have an easier time because they don't have Lob in our defence.
Also, if I see tonight what I saw last week, if I see Long in the centre ball ups as a ruckman this week or tonight, I'm gonna flip. I don't want to see Long anywhere near a ruck contest. Please, what are we doing here? Right? Putting Long in the centre ball ups. Is this bloke kidding himself? Get Long in the midfield, right? Slap him on fucking someone. Put him on fucking Bond. Slap him on Richards. Slap him on Fraser. I don't give a fuck what you do. Don't put him in the ruck. Grab Bo McCreary, right, and say to him, go slap yourself on that Bailey Dale, and I want you to restrict him. Arm across. I don't want him running out with a footy. If he's running out with a footy off halfback, that Bailey Dale, he's their best kick out of their back 50. He's a 5-starter, right? Get Bo onto him. Bo's quick. He's fucking tough. Restrict him. Stop the Bond and stop Richards, right? And make sure when Richards gets that fucking footy, you get on his left side because he's a left footer. Corral him to Corelli's left foot so he can't fucking dispose of the footy because Norton, he's going to want to come out on his chest. And I pray to God that Norton, because he's a shit kick at goal, hopefully he's not on tonight because there's some times when he plays us, for some reason, his goal kicking improves. It always happens against us.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, just touching on the Void's comment about how he might get one, so it's not that big of a worry. We said that about. Well, I mean, it's not that we did say it, but we probably would have said that about McKenna last week, and McKenna kicked how many? It's not necessarily about the guy's not that good, therefore he won't kick any goals. It's you don't like you still have to prepare for the player to be playing. And if you have a guy, I want to say Lob's like 208 centimeters, something like that. And when you got that, and also the long arms that he provides, it's not necessarily the goals itself; it's the opportunities, and the fact that if Lob is going to be there, we have a smaller defense. All he's going to do is get those arms up and take a mark. And yeah, he might kick 2 goals for or whatever, but it's like at the end of the day, if he's having shots on goal, he's having shots on goal.
It depends where he gets it from, Grainer. It depends where he gets it from. If he gets them right out in front, he usually kicks them on his left. But if we can get him out on the angle a little bit, on the 45, right, that's when he struggles because he keeps leaning back on his kicks. But don't worry there. They're going to push English up forward. English is good for 2 goals tonight, guaranteed. Right? They're going to push fucking Bond might kick a couple. That Richards kicks them from outside 50. So our pressure has to be manic. if our pressure's not manic, we don't bother showing up. 3 players last week carved up Melbourne. It was fucking Bailey Dale, it was fucking 2 Richards, and it was the Bond. I saw the game. I watched them perfectly. There's another one to worry about. He's called Mr. Artie. Mr. Artie Jones, right? Little small forward. He's starting to fire up a little bit. So Mr. Quaynor better pick up Mr. Artie, right? We don't want them getting excited. If they start getting excited, and and also, you know what I've noticed? That's really fucking pissed me off. The last 5 games this is what gets on my nerves. The last 5 fucking games, the first ball up of every single game, we've considered a goal instantly. Every single, for the last 5 weeks, every ball up in the first centre bounce, right, in 5 minutes, in about 2 minutes, we've considered the first goal. It's happened for the last 5 weeks in a row now. So they better fucking clean it up, right? Get our midfield humming. Hopefully, Julie De Gaulle is a finals player. He does damage, right? Nick's going to be lining it up. Throw Bo McCreary through there, start hitting some bodies. And worst comes to worst, get Longy in there as well. So we should be all right, get the fucking job done on them. But it's got to be manic pressure. If we let them get their handball game going and we let them get their kicking game going, especially on the MCG. If they start getting the kicking game going on the MCG, right, they're going to open us up like fucking Swiss cheese.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest, the scariest thing that the Dogs can do is, if they get out in the handball chains, because and we've got people like Sidebottom to be chasing those guys. We're going to get carved up pretty quickly. So we can only hope that we can minimize those moments throughout the game. But that's definitely something we need to neutralize for sure.
Also, you know what I understand? This is what I don't understand either. This is what fucking pisses me off. Right. You got Sidebottom in the team. I don't want to see Sidebottom in the back 50, or you shouldn't be playing him. You're bringing him in because he's got finals experience, right? I don't want to see him in the back 50. What you do is, Sidebottom is a crafty forward. He kicked 3 goals on him a couple of years ago and buried him. Snaps. I remember in the forward 50. What you do is take fucking Angry out of the forward line, put him back in the midfield, right? And he can help out defensively because he's fucking taller and quicker and he's more powerful than Sidey. And put Sidey in fucking Angry's fucking position in the forward line. I don't get it with this coach what he does. Get Sidey in the fucking forward line.
This is something we've been saying for. I feel like I've been saying this for about 3 years to get Sidey to basically get Sidey forward. This isn't like a last week thing. This is. Geez, I reckon it's even been longer than 3 years. Like it just makes so much sense. I just don't understand why we don't. I just don't understand why we just don't do it.
He needs to stop and think. What is Sidey's right objective in the fucking team tonight? What are you playing him for? What are you trying to get out of Sidebottom? What's your objective? Why are you playing him in the team for? What do you want him to do? Do you want him to get fucking 5 at 10 disposals, right? And dribble the ball on the fucking ground? Huh? What's your objective? What do you want out of Sidebottom tonight, bro? For you to play Sidebottom tonight, he's got to be fucking racking up 25 disposals, right? And banging on 2 goals and linking up on the wing. Otherwise, there's no point playing him, bro.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Mick was talking about my audio. My audio works better in Greece than what it does fucking in Australia. See how perfect it is in Greece?
Yeah, I can see that.
No,
yes,
you sound fine
100%, 100%.
Oh fuck me!
Yeah.
Must be the Collingwood Football Club's fucking done something. They must have. I'm not fucking buying this shit. Hey,
it was Lipinski with stuff from your audio.
We'll see, boys, anyway.
It was all the tower channels and the 4.
Exactly.
Not 4K, like the 4G, 5G.
Sorry, mate.
It's
we'll find out.
5G going on, isn't it?
We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple of hours. Don't worry. We're going to see what's going to happen, and then we'll talk about it after the game. But I'm telling you, all right, tonight's fucking do or die. They better go out there tonight, and from the first ball up, you'll know right? You'll see exactly what's going on. You'll be able to tell whether we're on. If you see fucking tackles getting stuck on, right, and crunching tackles, and that ball's getting spilled out, man, we're just pouncing on that footy, and we're moving the ball directly, right, directly forward handball, no fucking crab walking, forward handball, right. Put it on them, break their lines, and get our forward 50 open, and get our players coming out on the lead. We've got them easy. But if we're fucking playing slow, methodical football, or we're too defensively structured, they're going to cut us up. It's got to be full-blown attack mode. Simple.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because even like with tonight, it's such a weird one. Like, I do feel like we do walk away with a win. But there's just so many things where if they do go wrong, like it could very much spell a loss. So it's just, I don't know, like I'm sort of in that, like, yeah, it's like I'm confident enough where we'll probably walk away with a win, but it's just, but it's not high enough just for me to feel comfortable. But I'm still confident that we should get the win, if that makes any sense.
No, it does.
All right, I'm just going through some of the comments. Well, apparently Void reckons the only Dogs player who might be slow enough for Sidey is Kennedy. I'm assuming that's Matt Kennedy.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, that Kennedy they got from the Carlton.
Yeah. Well, there is. I'm pretty sure they've got another Kennedy playing too, but not sure where he's listed on the ground. Waitman has been going not that well. I think Sidey could take him. Fox Footy website today was saying, where is it? How Waitman needs to lift. It matches what I was thinking. Well, that's the other thing too. If Fox Footy is naming and shaming players about how they need to lift, I feel like that's always a bad sign too. Because anytime I hear that, I always think about Gary Rowan in the 22 qualifying final. Yeah, no, I think that's memories I'd rather forget, to be honest.
Who's that bloke, Sean? The last time we played him, there was a fucking 4-gamer again. There was a 4-gamer again, right? That fucking put 4 or 5 goals on us. He was kicking him from the goal square, right? You know what happens with our defensive team? We focus on all the ones that we're worried about. Guess what happens? When you focus on the ones you're worried about, another player that you don't even know who the fuck he is pops up, right? Because we're not paying attention to him, and he puts on 4 or 5 goals, and he gets the job done on us, right? That's what happens. They got to be accountable for every single Bulldog player on that fucking field. Even that West, watch him. Even that Sanders, they got to watch him as well, because they got a few good ball users. And don't worry, if we let them move that footy, they're gonna fucking open us up. We have to fucking restrict them from moving that fucking footy.
Yep. I agree.
I'll just touch on this comment as well too. So if Sidey was to be dropped, who would be playing? Well, for one, you'd be having Will Parker. Parker would be playing. I know.
No, I just told you what to do, bro.
What's that? Sorry.
It'd be paused.
This is what I would have done. This is what I would have done. I would have dropped side bottom and brought Puncher in for side bottom. So we've got defensive coverage and back up tall defender. I would have left side bottom out of the team, and I would have pushed fucking Houston up the ground. Right? Yeah. Surely, number one, we're not losing speed by dropping side bottom. We're not losing fucking goals by dropping side bottom. We're not losing nothing by dropping side bottom. The only thing we're gaining by dropping side bottom, right, is we're getting a fucking backup defender just in case one of our defenders goes down. So what I've done was I would have got rid of side bottom, said, mate, you're done now, you're retired, that's it, right? Thanks for everything. We're not going to get nothing out of you. So he doesn't give us speed. He doesn't give us fuck all anymore because he's done. So what I would have done was just got rid of side bottom, shuffle the team around. They can shuffle the fucking midfield around, bro, right? And get it and bring a backup defender in just in case we've got a problem, because you got to make sure that your defense is solid. Because if you lose a forward, it's not going to hurt you that much. If you lose a mid, it might hurt you a little bit on transition. But if one of our fucking defenders goes down, how's fucking just broken a fucking arm and he's got groin problems, Number one, it's a final, and it's going to be major fucking impact tonight. Number two, Quaynor's coming back off a fucking glue. So his groins are fucking he's not 100%. He didn't train last week. He's only had 1 week of training. There's another one. And then we've got Big Bad Billy. So that's who we're relying on. We're relying on Billy Frampton and Howe to be our only tools. So what I would have done is I would have put Puncher, and you've got 5 on the bench now. Bring fucking Puncher in, because what's going to happen now? So you're trying to tell me, so Fly's trying to tell me that you're going to have Howe and you're going to have Billy Frampton playing 100% game time, are you? Is that what he's telling me? So you're trying to tell me, right, that you're going to have Jeremy Howe and Frampton playing 100% game time. You're trying to tell me they're not going to come to the bench? So when Frampton or Howe comes to the bench, then what happens? When you got one tall defender in our back 50, that's when they're going to stretch us. As soon as they see that Frampton's come off, they're going to pull a move, and they're going to go, right, they've got one tall defender in their back 50, get the Bont down there, push English up down there, right, and stretch him. Because unless the boys play 100% game time, they're going to have to come off for a rest. Once they come off for a rest, watch how fucking small we are in the back 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, just this one. Just to go back on the, so in terms of the players that could replace Sidebottom, yeah, you got Ryan, you got Parker. Harry, I wouldn't probably put in that conversation because he's not necessarily a defender. And then just on the comment on like they simply aren't good enough to kick a dinosaur out, I would put this to you then. How did it take so long for someone like Swaddling to come into the side? You know, we've had guys that have been ready for way too long, and we just patience isn't the right word, but it's like we've shown the ability to take so long to actually play, you know, these kids. Swaddling should have been in round 0. And whether we were predicting it or not, I don't think it matters, because at the end of the day, we can only see so much as fans. The club knows everything in terms of like what they see internally. You have and you had Nick around the mid-season. No, I think it was the first game that Swaddling played. Nick even said straight away, Swaddling should have played, you know, the first game of the year. So, you know, at the end of the day, and it's not, I know it can come across as us like, you know, bagging the club and stuff. This isn't necessarily us bagging the club. It's just looking at the decisions that we've made. Okay, that was the call that we made. Okay, that's done. That's in the past. But what can this call become? And what can we learn from it? So next time when we're in this position, we can then be better as a football club, right? So so on one hand, it's a bit of like crying over spilt milk, sure, to a certain extent. But it's also, okay, now that we've gone through the Swaddling, yes, he should have played round 0. Now it's more, okay, we're in round whatever, or we're into next year, and it's round 0 again. Do we have another Swaddling? Do we have another, you know, player that can like play off the bat? Because that's and it's basically just keeping the club accountable, and it's keeping the club to the point where, okay, like you've made mistakes, but let's not repeat those mistakes again. You know, like Swaddling should have played around 0. If Swaddling plays around 0, he makes all the teams. He maybe even comes close to even like winning like the Rising Star. Like he was that good. He's been that good this year. Because if he's playing every single game throughout the season, you're at least opening yourself up for that opportunity to happen, right? So it's as much as and again with Ryan and Parker, like their defensive skills when they're in defense, like you can't tell me Sidebottom's a better defender than Ryan and Parker when it's literally their job to defend. And you have, you know, like Parker is like whenever he plays VFL, he's a very, very good defender. You've even got Ryan who not only defends, but he also gets 25 disposals every game. So again, happy to have the conversation, happy to have you know, dialogue between like, you know, the both ends of it. But yeah, I think we need to be, as fans, I think it is okay to be critical, and I think it is okay to just look at things in a certain way and go, okay, you know, because at the end of the day, the club is going to make mistakes, but I think it's us on fans to also keep the club accountable to go, hey, we're here to win flags and we're not here to screw around. Because if we just accept everything the club does, well, then we're just not going to get anywhere fast.
Bro, put it this way: we don't need people to tell us what the club's doing. The players are telling us. You got Dan McStay on a fucking interview. You know what he said? He had to walk up to the fucking coach and tell the coach to move the fucking football because the forwards couldn't get their hands on the football. The player told him that. So you got players walking up to our fucking coach and telling him, hey, listen, coach, we're moving the ball too slow, right? And we can't get our fucking hands on the footy. Dan McStay told him that. But you know what happened? Dan McStay didn't have the courage to tell him early, right? Because he's the coach until the season was about to fucking die. All of us on chat, all through the year on this channel, we're talking about we're not moving the ball quick enough. So what happened was the season was about to fucking die. Dan McStay walks up to the coach and says, Coach, we need to move the ball quicker. And guess what happens? We start moving the ball quicker. And guess who plays better? Guess who starts playing better? Guess who's the best forward in the fucking league? Huh? Daniel McStay. Huh? Guess who starts playing better? Westy. He starts playing better. He keeps his spot in the fucking team. Guess who else starts getting shots on goals? Right? Lockie Shields. Guess who else starts having shots on goals? Tim Membry. So your forward line is working perfectly now because you're moving the ball quicker and they're getting fucking open space in the forward 50, right? You've gone from losing every fucking week, right, to making a fucking wild card because your fucking ball movement's quick. And it took a player for you to walk up to the coach and tell the coach how to move the footy. What the fuck's the coach paid for? Huh? The coach should be telling the player how to do ball movement. It shouldn't be the other way fucking around. So the fly's making a lot of mistakes, right? So until the players made him change his fucking ball movement, he was too defensively. He started playing the Michael Voss. I think he was talking to Michael Voss too fucking much on the phone, playing like fucking Carlton was, right? And they're losing every week. They're losing games of football. Lucky we started moving the ball quickly, and we fucking made a wild card. And tonight he better start moving the ball quicker again. So all this bullshit that he talks on press conferences, because I fucking analyse him, he talks about exciting the fans. Eh? What are you lying for? You don't want to excite the fans. The player had to walk up to you and tell you to start moving the footy faster. So what are you fucking lying to your fucking fans for? Huh? Stop with all your propaganda. Start making right selection calls, right? And when the player comes into the club and asks for a fucking trade, right, he's coming there for a reason, to look at your facilities. Don't walk out there and tell him you're going to be playing at the MCG as a fucking pickup pitch. Are you fucking kidding me? Huh? You're going to be playing at the MCG. Really? Really? He knows he's playing at the fucking MCG because he plays against fucking us when he's playing for Port Adelaide, right? This coach better start pulling his finger out of his fucking ass, right? And get these boys fucking playing properly and playing proper game style because he's made a lot of mistakes this fucking year. He's lucky we made the wild card, right? And we're not sitting at home pulling out decks.
Well, Manny's right. Manny's 100% right. I am so pissed off we made the wild card in the fucking first place. What the fuck are we doing? We're a better team if we play the way we normally play. Going through the corridor, that's us. When you were going out wide and you're not fucking doing what we're playing, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Why are we're too good enough to be in a wild card. This is a fucking joke, bro. And if we lose tonight, then fine, you need to look at yourself. Why the fuck are you keeping people in the side that don't deserve to be in the side? Play the kids. The kids are the reason why we're in the fucking wild card in the fucking first place. And he's not.
Yeah,
he's playing his favourites and it's fucking pissed me off.
Also, Chris, you know what? Hey, buddy. Yeah. Hey, Fly, let me tell you something. I analyse people, right? I know this club for 40 fucking years. I'm a full-blown fucking paid-up member. 40 fucking years. When you do a press conference at the club, right, and a journal asks you if Dan Houston's performing and you sit there, right, and you fucking sugarcoat it, and all of us on this fucking channel know, we all know that he's playing like shit, and you sit there and you say, you know what? Flay, Houston's been pretty good. Yeah, his numbers don't look the best, but he's very important to our footy side. Yeah, he's a fucking liability. You understand? He's a liability. That's it. I'm telling you what he is. You don't tell me what he fucking is. I can see it. I've been watching this game for 40 years. If I tell you Houston's a liability, he's a liability. You don't sit there and you fucking lie to me, right? And another thing, Fly, Let me break it down to you, buddy. If you didn't get fucking injuries, I'll guarantee you, we wouldn't have seen Swaddling play. We wouldn't have seen fucking Angle play. We wouldn't have seen Ed Allen play this many games. The only reason why we're seeing him play is because you got fucking injuries. Because you don't play young players unless you got fucking no choice. You're the no choice man. Until you got no choice, that's when you make a move. If we didn't get injuries, right, we wouldn't have seen no young players. If Jamie Elliott was out there every week, we wouldn't have seen Hayes. We wouldn't have seen all these young players. Like Greatness said, hey, how about tonight? What you do is you slot fucking Ryan in. Well, how does this sound? How about you make it even better? How about you fucking get the boys up in the bench? You say, right, hey, Dimmer, Harry Dimatia, you want speed off the half-back line? Huh? You want fucking explosion? You want to G up the boys? Side bottom, you're done. Harry, you want your chance, buddy, in the final? Huh? You want to announce yourself? I'm going to give you the opportunity, my friend, to go out there tonight. You've been waiting for 3 years. Are you fucking hungry? Huh? How many mornings have you woken up and played VFL, buddy? Huh? Do you want to put these black and white stripes fucking on? Huh? Do you want another contract? You know what I'm going to do? If it's good enough for fucking Dimmer from Richmond to play a fucking first game in the grand final, right? It's good enough for me to put you into a fucking wildcard game. I'll throw Harry Dimatia in there, get some speed off the half-back line, right? Create some fucking chaos and commotion. Get the boys up and about, right? And get them fucking going out there and doing damage.
Well, the other one you could have thrown in there is Parker. Parker, I like this kid. I don't really want him to go to Port. I would love him to stay. Every time I see Parker, he is not afraid to use the corridor. I like players that are not afraid to use the corridor. And the one thing I like about Parker, he uses the corridor. I would love if he was playing over tonight, then stuff a lot of these fucking defenders. It's like he could be better than Houston. He could be better than all these players. But no, we don't want to play this kid. This kid could be good, but no, we don't want to play him. We don't want to play Jacob Ryan. We don't want to play all these guys because, Fly, you don't get it for your head. The kids are the reason we're in this position in the first place. They got us to the wild card because they're not afraid to. They've got nothing to lose. These kids. They're thinking, "Fuck you, Fly. I'm gonna just go play my way. I play the corridor. Fuck you. I don't want to play a normal way." These kids are not. They're fearless. They're fearless. Why do you think we love Swaddling? Because he's fearless. Why do you think we love Gus? He's fearless. These kids, they're not afraid to take a risk. Yes, you might turn it over. Who gives a fuck? At least you can say, I've taken a risk, and that's all we want these kids to do. Take a risk, and then who knows? They might become a 200-game player. They might be the reason this club goes higher, deep in the finals.
Hey, what's all this other bullshit, Fly? Listen, Fly.
Yeah.
Fly, you're coaching Collingwood, buddy. Hey, you got some fucking piss weak, right? Some piss weak fucking midfielder that can't kick fucking goals, can't even tie Nick's shoelaces, this bloke. He gets injured all the time anyways, Butters, right? So Butters makes a phone call, right? He comes to the club, embarrasses us, uses us as bait. First of all, he uses us as fucking trade bait, right? He didn't want to come to us in the first place. He puts out a message on fucking Australian fucking networks, right? That he's knocked back Collingwood. And then you got the coach, right? The coach messaging him, telling him he's going to go there and suck him off. Hey, listen, Fly. It's time to get ruthless, my friend. You don't message Butters. You message Butters, and you know what you do? You tell him to go fuck himself. You don't want to play for the big boys, huh? You don't want to be looked after for the rest of your life. You don't have the right to wear these fucking colours, buddy. Do you understand, Butters? There's players that walk through these doors that you wouldn't even get close to. Do you understand, buddy? Butters, you're a little baby compared to some of the big boys that walk through this fucking club, the players that I've fucking seen, right? You're nothing. You know what they should have done? But now that we haven't got Butters, there's heaps of money in the salary cap. They should have got Ed Allen before the final, stamped him with 4 or 5 years contract extension, got his head clear so he can go out tonight and play football with a clear head, stamp his fucking papers, give him 4 or 5 years contract on $700,000 a year, right? And let the kid go out and play football, excite the club, excite the fans, get everyone up and about, right? And start rocking and rolling. All this other bullshit that he does is fucking irrelevant to me. Right? You don't go sending messages to players that knock back your fucking club. You understand? Simple.
Well, I agree with that. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Why are you messaging Butters saying what? Congratulations, you're going to fucking Geelong? I would have said, well, you don't want to come to Collingwood? Fuck you. You don't want to come to this great club? Fuck you. He's saying, no, congratulations, you're going to fucking Geelong. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. And I was going to say, there's two Sean, someone's backstage.
No, there is no one.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Sean? Like, Sean, it's like when you get pissed off sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, there comes a point, bro, when you gotta fucking you gotta put it on them, right? And you can't stop with all this lovey-dovey shit, bro. You do this lovey-dovey shit, bro, you're not gonna get the job done, right? Because the players pick up on it, bro. You're trying to tell me, right? What do you think Bruzzy thought, right? What do you think Bruzzy thought when he heard the coach message Butters and told Butters, oh, it didn't work out, buddy. We had a crack, this, and that, right? You think Bruzzy's not listening to the coach, right? You think Nick's not listening to the coach. Everyone's listening to the coach because we're fucking listening to him, right? He's got to stop with all the fairy flossing, stop with all the lying, right? And go out there tonight and fire him up and get the job done, right? Grow some testicles and get the job done. You can still be a caring person and a loving person and look after everyone, but there's got to be times, right, where you have to fucking put your foot down, right, and don't get walked all over. That's what's got to be done tonight. He's got to be ruthless tonight and go out there and get the job fucking done.
Yeah, and even just with like the game style, because I know someone mentioned in the comments, you know, or how can the one conversation change like our whole destination this season? I'll tell you how, because in 22 and 23 we played a certain way. Yeah, it was something that I dubbed even back then. It was called the Fast and Furious style of like of play. We did that in 22 and 23. Since we won that flag, it's really maybe outside of like not even half a dozen games. So from the grand final till the Sydney game of this year, we've maybe played that style of footy for maybe less than 6 games. And then all of a sudden, we're now starting to play that type of game. We're now starting to see wins, and we're starting to see some form of success. And whether if that is like McState going up to Fly and saying, hey, we need to do this, this, and this, and we need to play these players, or we need to have better entries inside the forward line. If that has been all that's been needed in terms of having the results that we've had for the back half of the season, well then yeah, it only took that one conversation. Like I don't know how to like. I know that it can come across as very simplistic, but it's like this is why I've been saying like all year, like this is a team that won that made a prelim last season. The fact that I'm hearing conversations about but we've had injuries, we've had this, we've had that. Oh, if we finished 9th and 10th, that's just about par. Or if we didn't have Nick, we'd finish 16th. Like that is just like, again, I'm happy to have these conversations. Happy to have these conversations, because at the end of the day, not everyone here is going to think the same. So this is why we have these platforms, so that we can have these conversations. But at the end of the day, when we play the 22 and 23 game style, like the Fast and Furious plan, it works nearly every time. And the only reason why it hasn't worked as well this season is because we have so many guys that can't keep up. So when you have guys like Pendles that can't keep up, Sider that can't keep up, I mean, even to a certain point, Houston can't even keep up because he can't get to each contest. You have Chris who can't keep up. You have all these guys. They are telling you by their own actions that we're just not like. It may not be a factor of them not being good enough, but they're certainly not fast enough. They can't
Hey, bro.
adjust to the gameplay when we go in our Fast and Furious mode. They
bro.
just don't keep up.
Hey, Greatness, you know how dumb it is? I'll tell you how dumb it is, right? You got 90,000 people at the MCG, right? And you got fucking our Collingwood football team at the start of the season, and our players are in the change rooms. You know what they're thinking about? Instead of going out there and excite in front of 90,000 people, right? Because they're all fucking competitors, our boys are thinking about the defensive grid. So he thinks that our players want to go out in front of 90,000 people, right? And sit there and worry about what position they're going to stand in and fucking defensive fucking structures, huh? They want to go out there and fucking play football in front of 90,000 people. They want to go out and excite, take fucking hangers, right? Crunch tackles. They want the fucking ball movement. You think our players want to go out there and play fucking defensive fucking grid? Chinese checkers? What's the point of doing that? They might as well stay home and pull their dicks. So you want the players, instead of going out there 90,000 crowd, right, playing rock and roll football, right, exciting brand of football, you want them to go out there and look around and make sure they got 15 meters space in between them, right, and keep to a tight structured fucking grid so the other team doesn't score against us. And we're putting on 60 points to 50, and you're telling me that's what they live for. That's what these footballers play for, right, to sit there and fucking play defensive grid all night, and play fucking ring a rosy. They want to go out there and play football, bro. That's why they're playing the fucking biggest league in Australia, to go out there and fucking showcase what they got. Like Nick, he wants to explode. That's why he's frustrated, bro. He's frustrated because he can't get the ball moving, bro. He wants excitement. He wants action. That's who I am, buddy. I'm a fucking ball user, right? I'll roll around the back, mate. I'll weave and I'll chop and weave, mate. And I'll break blokes' ankles. I don't want to sit there and play slow footy. And it took a player. We know what happened now. It's come out, right? Wasn't Fly say, yeah, I fucked up. It's all my fucking fault. Come out as a coach, right, and say, hey, it's my fucking fault. Until the players told me we weren't moving the football, I was too stubborn. I was playing too defensively. I didn't want goals kicked on us. I wanted to be a tussle. Hey, Fly, we know what happened. McStay walked up to you and told you, we can't win games of football like this because I'm a forward. And I can't play in the forward line when I can't see the ball coming down quickly because I can't get off my fucking opponent because he's right up my fucking rectum. Fly? You get it? So it took a player to talk Fly that's on $1 million a season to change the fucking game style when he should have done it from the start. The first 2 games we played, he saw we couldn't get the job done. We got it done against St Kilda. The next fucking 3-4 games when he saw that our forward line was all fucked up, instead of getting the boys to the club and talking shit on the fucking press conferences and saying, oh, we're working on our forward 50 entries. Really? Really? So we're working on our forward 50 entries. How about you work on the ball movement from the back half and open the fucking ground up so players start spreading, right? And there's fucking commotion everywhere. The defense can't fucking lock on and we're opening them up. Simple, Fly. Get your shit together, buddy.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. Because and again, it's the fact that it's like and again we can watch it tonight. If you see all the players that are just too slow to move the ball movement, those are the guys that basically need to go. And I don't want to be really hearing it from any of the small defenders like not being good enough, because even someone like Sidebottom to basically play in the back line. The fact that we're considering him a better defender in the secondary role than someone like, Parker and whoever playing in their primary roles, like it's just not good enough from the club. And now that we have someone like a Parker potentially going over to Port Adelaide, this is Joe Richards all over again, Like this is something that we need to definitely address, because if we're not gonna learn by these mistakes, then we're just gonna repeat it over and over again. If this is not Joe Richards 2.0, I mean, he's going to the same damn club. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
the same pitch Port Adelaide uses. They got the pitch. I'll tell you how it works. The phone call. This is how easy it is, bro. They pick up the phone and they call Joe Richards. What they done last time is what they say. Hey, Joe Richards, guess what, buddy? Fly doesn't play young players. So you want to come to us and we can guarantee you're going to play the half forward mid-roll, right, for Port Adelaide, and we're going to play you every week. And guess what happens? Joe Richards already knows that because he's not playing fucking AFL football. Guess what he says? Yeah, done. I'll be there soon. What happens this year is Port does the same thing again. The same bloke that called for fucking Richards calls fucking Parker and says, guess what, Parker? I'm the fuckhead that called Richards. I'm that dickhead that called Richards 2 years ago. Guess what?
Yeah.
You're not playing senior football, are you? Because Fly doesn't play you. But guess what's going to happen? We're going to guarantee you full-time footy off the half-back line, right?
I agree.
And you're going to be playing at the Adelaide Oval. We're going to look after you. And guess what happens? They take another player off us because Fly loves losing players. And I'll guarantee you, the longer it takes to stamp Alan's papers, Alan's going to lose respect for our footy club, right? Because when a player comes out and says, I want to stay at Collingwood, you pull out the checkbook. You go to the top draw fly and you get the Collingwood stamp. It's black and there's a pad of ink there. You put 4 or 5 years on the contract and you stamp him, right? And you lock him in because all these games don't work out. So Parker, what they do is they get all the French players, right? What they've done is they remember the game that Parker played against the Crows in the final, right? And because he played a good game, that's why they're picking him up. You don't see the phone ringing for fucking Harry Dimity or Ryan. It's players that we've played before and they've seen perform every now and then. They know they've got something. They're the players they chase. So that's what happens. Fly keeps playing all the older players, and before you know it, all the vultures come out to fucking nibble and they start picking them off one by one.
Yeah, that's what annoys me. Because now they've done it. They're going to take Parker. They've taken Richards. It's like, this is what we'd say about. We don't want these young kids going to different clubs. We want them to be here all the time. And now what? Parker's going to Port. Richards went to Port. Who's next? Who's next one we're going to hear that's going to a club because you, Fly, don't want to play him? Who's the next young kid that we're going to hear that's going to another club because you don't want to fucking play him? It's fucking ridiculous. I didn't want to lose Richards. I didn't want to lose Parker. Now, who's the next kid we're going to lose? Who's the next kid we're going to hear that's going to be delisted or traded to another club because you, Fly, don't want to play him because you want to play your fucking favourite? It is ridiculous.
He's done that.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of
they make good pitches to play.
Yeah,
they make good pitches to play.
Yeah, in terms of Boyd's comment, he's saying that Swads is taking the spot of Parker. No, I mean, yeah, I mean we've already basically mentioned them. I mean, yeah, you got Crisp, you got Sidebottom. You know, even Houston's been very ordinary. I mean, straight away, I'd be saying Sidebottom just purely off the back of, yeah, you've got a guy. He was never a defender. Like I know in his prime he helped out defense and he did a little bit of a sweeping role. But in terms of being a genuine defender that defends, he's never been that.
Yeah, they could take Parker, bro. We don't give a fuck. They could take Parker, but the problem with our club is we like developing players, right? We like developing them, putting money into them and resources, and we like getting fuck all back for them. So they could take Parker, but the club needs to get something for him, bro. We just can't be giving players away like every other dickhead that we've done. Like fucking Ollie.
But that's the thing, though, Manny, is that but that's the thing, though, Manny, is that because we do that, like in terms of Sidebottom's not going to be here next year. You know, and yeah, obviously there's a part where you do go, okay, well we need to respect our goats and guys that have had history with the club. I completely understand that. I get that. But that's when you get to the end of the home and away season and you go, all right, Sidey, you're done. We're going to play such and such ahead of you. We're going to play Parker. We're going to play Ryan. We're going to play whoever in front of you. But then that's also sprinkling games with Parker and Ryan and all these guys. But now that we've gotten to the wildcard round, Parker's now off to Port. Ryan's had no game outside of the game he got concussed. You know, it's just at the end of the day, it's like we literally prioritise Sidebottom to the point where Parker didn't value himself at Collingwood anymore. You know, and guess what? not only do we lose Parker, but we lose Sidebottom as well. So we lose 2 players for one scenario. You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
That's what I mean.
and
That's
that's the thing I'm
bro.
trying to get.
Sidebottom,
And even for someone like, say,
Sidebottom
Houston,
tonight.
yeah, and even for someone like Houston, who's
Sidebottom.
potentially going to St Kilda,
Mm.
if Houston then goes, well, then you're also going to delist Ryan. So you're essentially turning Sidebottom into this backman. But that doesn't turn into Sidebottom just retiring. You're retiring and delisting a player that's going to play back pocket, and then you're delisting 2 half-backs as well.
Mm.
So for 2 scenarios, you're basically getting rid of 4 players. That's how bad it is. You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
Bro, Sidebottom needs to perform tonight. If Sidebottom's not the best player on the field tonight, you can't play next week, bro. You're playing Sidebottom because he's a fucking mature head. He needs to be the 3rd best player on the field tonight. He needs 25 disposals, right? He needs fucking 5-6 tackles, right? 10 contested ball. He needs to perform tonight. If he doesn't perform tonight, you can't play him next week. You've got him in the team tonight because he's a senior fucking footy head. He needs to perform. That's what you've got him in the side for. It's a final. That's why you picked him, because he's a fucking mature, senior finals experience fucking head. He needs to perform tonight. If he doesn't perform tonight, you can't play him next week. He retires. Simply if we win. If we win, right? But he needs to perform tonight, mate. That's what he's being picked for.
Yeah. Oh, if he gets under 15 disposals and is a liability in defence,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Then yeah, he needs to call it. Like, but that's the thing though. The club needs to actually do that, because the club hasn't. I mean, I know that the club says something like, "Oh, we're going to finish the season with Sidebottom, which means he's going to play the final series until we're knocked out." But like, you need to, like, the fact that we just don't have the balls just about, hey, like, no, you're actually like a liability. Even if we're a 2% chance of winning. Of like, you know, like winning the flag and stuff. It's just it's basically frustrating because and it's not even like and to an extent I can even agree with the narrative where is it unfair on Sidebottom? Like, sure, to a certain extent, but it's also the club that's doing it too. Like as much as people can assume that we're mad at Sidebottom, and at the end of the day, it is Sidebottom's actions that are fueling what is being said around him. But it's also the club. Like, you know, I'm not going to get so mad at Sidebottom for playing, because at the end of the day, he's living out his childhood dream. So it's also more the fact that I'm looking at more fly. I'm looking at, like, people that are inside the club that aren't necessarily the players. Because at the end of the day, the players are going to try everything they can to get up. They don't have a say in selection either, though. Well, I mean, maybe at the end of the day, maybe someone does, but when it comes down to it, it's more. As much as we are mentioning Sidey, it's also more on the club that we're actually more annoyed about. And
hey, Grannis, you know what's happened today? You know what's happened today? I'll tell you what's happened today. This is how much I know my football. Do you want me to tell you what's happened today? This is how much I know football. Yeah? Today, Collingwood has called the Bulldogs. I'll tell you what's happened, so you know. The Collingwood hierarchy have called the Bulldogs, or one of the managers there, have called the Bulldogs today, and they've spoken to the Bulldogs. And they've informed the Bulldogs that if Collingwood loses the game tonight, what's going to happen is there's going to be a guard of honour at the end of the game for Sidebottom. That's what's happened. I know that for a fucking fact. I know football. So Collingwood's called Bulldogs today, so the Bulldogs are prepared. So what's going to happen is if we lose the game tonight, they're going to cheer off Sidebottom.
Yeah.
If I see Sidebottom getting cheered off with fucking 10 disposals tonight, you watch me fucking flip, right? I know what's happened. They've copped the phone call. The Bulldogs know what's going to happen. Our players know what's going to happen. If we lose the game tonight, they're going to put Sidebottom on their shoulders. They're going to walk him off the ground, right? And he's going to retire forever. But he better retire with more than fucking 10 disposals. I'm telling you right fucking now, right? I won't be happy at all. Simple.
Well, the one thing I would say to that, the one thing I would say that, it's like, if you were going to do that, let's say you did call it the Dogs. Why in the fuck didn't you do it last week? Why didn't you do it last week? Let's say why would you do it tonight? If you've called up the Dogs and said, well, if we lose, this is his last game, why the fuck wouldn't you have done it last week? It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Right, because they want him. They want him. They're playing him because he's got finals experience, bro. That's why they're playing side bottom. There's no other reason to play him. They're playing because he's got finals experience. But he better have made the right call. So side bottom's got to go out tonight because he's an experienced footballer, right? He needs to fucking do damage. Not these little dinky kicks, right? Little grubbers or these little taps around under his legs, right? And all this other. He needs to move the footy. He needs to hit targets on the wing, right? And he needs to do damage, bro. They're playing. That's why they haven't retired him yet, bro. Because they're playing him because he's got finals experience. But I don't want to see him get cheated off the ground with 10 fucking disposals, right? Because I know what's going to happen. They're going to cheer him off the ground tonight at the end of the game. So that's going to happen. The coach better fucking have a word to him, mate, and tell him to start kicking that fucking footy and moving the footy. Right, we don't want to see him going out right with 10 disposals because the coach is playing him because he's a mature head. So if things start getting tight, we haven't got Pendlebury out there, right? Because he's injured. They want Sidey out there to calm the farm. So we'll see what's going to happen. But that's the shit I'm talking about, bro. See?
Yeah, I agree he's got finals experience. But the thing is, all I would say is he has not played great this year. All I'm saying is there are a lot of players that could have played before him. And think about it. If he costs us tonight, then you'll say, why didn't we just give him a farewell game last week? Well, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Sidebottom is not a great player. But we better hope tonight he plays like the Sidebottom we know he can play in the finals.
Yeah, well, bro, he's played 370 games, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Huh? How many more games do you want, buddy? Huh? How did you give one of the younger kids fucking finals experience? How do we know next year? We're going to even make the finals? We're assuming we're going to get players through the fucking door. By the way it looks now, right? We might not get no one through the fucking door because apparently Gold Coast is 80% chance of getting Hogan. We're not taking Stringer. We don't even know if Neil's coming to the club. He might go to West Coast, right? If we don't get any players in the fucking door, Leper's papers need to be stamped. Lepidge's papers need to be stamped because he's not getting the job done. You can't pay a list manager money to do nothing. Do you understand? He's got to bring players through the door, right? Simple as that. That's what his job is. He's a list manager. He's got to change the list and improve the list. If he's not improving the list, he's got to go. That's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. There's a lot of bullshit that's going on at this club. It needs to be sorted out quick, smart.
Well, I agree. Leper needs to fucking do something. Because last year in the trade period, all he fucking got was Buller. If he doesn't get anyone like a Lockie Neal this year, Stringer or Hogan, yeah, I agree with you. He's got to go. You've got to get someone big in this fucking trade period to help Nick in that fucking midfield next year. If you don't get anyone, I agree. Your papers need to be fucking stamped.
Yeah. Simple. Look, let's be honest here. Look, Houston. Hey, buddy. Houston, who the fuck are you, mate? Huh? Hey, Houston, who are you, buddy? Who are you? If he's not performing, the coach tells him, this is your last week to perform. Do you understand? If you don't perform this week, you've left me no choice. I need to drop you. It's simple. You're getting dropped. Do you understand? I don't give a fuck whether you're on $100,000 or not. You're getting dropped because you're a liability. I'm not going to worry about no outside noise or nothing. I'm the coach, and you're not performing. You should be performing better than what you are. So go out there and move the football, or I'm dropping you. It's as simple as that. You got to make the hard fucking calls because what's happening is the rest of the players look at Houston that's not getting dropped. And you know what they're thinking? Well, if he's not dropping him, and he's only been here for fucking 2 years, right? And he's locked in, he hasn't even earned his stripes yet, buddy. This bloke hasn't earned his stripes, and he's not getting dropped. What as if Fly's going to drop me. And you know what happens? Players start backpedaling. So don't go full board the footy because they're not worried about their spot. That's why he's got to make hard decisions. He's at the club to move the fucking footy. Get out there tonight and move the footy. At quarter time, if he's not moving the footy while he's fresh, you grab him on the bench and you say, Houston, you're back to your old tricks again. Go out there now after your break. get your hands on the footy. I'm going to tell the other half-backers to get your hands in the footy and start moving the ball. Simple.
I agree. That's why I don't get it. I said this to Lucas because he knows Houston better than anyone because he watched him in Adelaide. What the fuck? Or did we got Houston to be the Houston we got from Port Adelaide? We haven't seen that Houston once. Why the fuck did we get this guy? Oh, because we thought he was going to be the same Houston? No. Since he's come to Collingwood, he's been one of the worst players we have ever got. We need Houston to be the Houston he was at Port Adelaide. If he's not going to be that Houston, he needs to go. We need that Houston tonight. The one you wear at Port Adelaide. Look for the corridor kicks. Try to get a hand pass to, kick a couple of goals. If you're not that Houston for Port, you need to go.
Well, make another. Hey, put it this way: it's not rocket science, buddy. We all know Houston can kick goals out from 65 meters. Hey, we all know that. The whole fucking AFL football fucking community knows that Houston can kick goals from 65 meters out. So you know what you do? If he's not getting the ball in the half back line, you know what you do? Hey, Fly, put him on the half forward line and tell the players to hit him up outside 50. Keep hitting up Houston. Keep hitting up Houston. He can bang them from 65. So you put him in the half forward line and you get the midfielders to hit up Houston. And what you have Houston doing all night is you just get Houston banging him in from 65 meters out. But he's that fucking dumb that he can't come up with another solution, right? You put Houston on the fucking 50-meter arc or right in front of the goal square, right? And you get a little 45 kick to him, a little 45 chippler, right on his chest, and you get him go back 65 meters out and put him through and get him to take a good 6-7 shots on goal tonight. Right, that way there, at least we're getting more out of him, you know what I mean? So push him in the fucking half-forward line and get him to take set shots from outside 60.
And that's the one thing I watched. Sorry, Manny, I was just going to say this. One thing, I used to watch Port Adelaide games when he played for Port. He used to want the ball. I don't know, since he's come to Collingwood, he does not want the ball anymore. He's going to want the ball. He's going to be like he was at Port Adelaide. Give me the ball. Let me fucking do the rest.
Bro, listen, at Port Adelaide, I live in South Australia, bro. I'll go to Port Adelaide training, bro, at Alberton. I live around the corner, bro. I walk past this sometimes. With Houston at Port Adelaide, Ken Hinkley told him that you don't have a defender to worry about. He didn't have a defender to worry about, bro. His job was offense. So he wasn't thinking about picking up a defender. In our system, he needs to pick up a fucking defender, bro. And what happens when he picks up a defender? He gets lost. And when he gets lost, bro, he gets confused. And he can't use the footy because he's too worried about defending. What the Fly has to do is get another player to pick up Houston's defender and leave Houston loose. So if we pick up the ball in our back 50, Houston's loose, ready to rock it off the back line. He's got no player on him, right? And he can't get tackled. So what you do is you get another defender to pick up. But the problem is our defenders are too loose. Like Josh Dacos refuses to pick up a defender. He likes to be offensive as well, Josh, right? The only one that does it is Quaynor. Perriman picks up a defender, but he's on there tonight. So what you got to do is you got to make sure if the ball hits our back 50 on the ground, Houston's free and ready for demolition job. So as soon as that ball hits our back 50, the handball goes to Houston. Houston's open. He's got 45 degrees angles everywhere. You got midfielders spreading wide to the boundary line, not in the fucking middle. You got to get your players spreading. Once all the players spread at the same time, bang, Houston opens his eyes and he's a ball user. As soon as he sees a player in 15 meters of space, that ball's moving. And once that ball's moving, pace goes out the windows. You don't need pace when the ball's moving. The ball moves quicker than the player. So what happens is Houston grabs the ball on the half-back line. You got 3 players everywhere. He hits a fucking 60-meter dart. The player marks it on the chest. All of a sudden, while that ball's traveling in the air, your forwards are moving. They can see, right? This is how they operate. Once they see Houston's got the ball, instantly, your forwards start fucking leading in different directions. So by the time that ball gets to the fucking half forward, right, the forwards are leading out. Bang. Right, because they're losing the defenders. Right. then the half forward puts a little dinky fucking 25-meter kick on the chest, bro. Right in front of goals. We're talking 25 meters out, bro. No angle. Bang, you put the goal through, and then it goes back in the middle, right? Ready for Nick, Allen, and the rest of the midfielders to do the damage again. Simple. But you got to release Houston, bro. That's what Port used to do. They used to fucking release him.
Oh, I want to ask you this, Manny. Would you put him in the midfield to try to release him?
But he's too slow for the midfield, bro. He's not quick. So the problem is he'll get damaged on the transition. What I'll do is if he's not getting his hands on if he's not put it this way, if he's not kicking like last week, he only kicked the ball 2 times until half time. It's not going to cut the mustard, buddy. Right? It's not going to cut it. You can't have him having 2 kicks only for a whole half of football. Do you understand? That's what he had. He had 2 kicks for a whole half of footy. I told you what I'll do. I'll slot him in the half forward line, right? Because I know he can kick goals. So I'll try to use him that way. It's either use him that way and try to get something out of him, bro, or you might as well not play him. You can't have you can't have Houston, right, in the back on the half back line getting 2 kicks until half time. You might as well put him on the half forward line and just get the ball into his hands, see if he can kick a couple goals, bro. He gets up there anyways. You know what I mean? He might kick 3-4 goals, right? He kicks 3-4 goals in the final. That's the difference, right? Because it's a fucking tight game in the final. If he can put 3 goals on him, right? Who gives a fuck? And you know what else it does? That he doesn't become a liability in the back half because he loses defender. He gives away high free kicks because he can't defend. Right, he gets players around the neck because he can't defend properly. Put him in the half fucking forward line.
Well, that's why I think you're right. Like Fly's got to flip the magnets around. Put Houston in the half forward and let him do something.
Yeah, but the only reason I'm putting him in the half forward line is, bro, because I know he can kick 65 minutes. I've seen him do it before. Because he can kick 65-meter darts. So what I'm doing is, if he's not doing damage in the back half, I'm bringing Swatto in. I'm saying, right, Swatto, you're my quarterback, buddy. You know why you're my quarterback? Because I've seen you fucking do it. You're good on the left and you're good on the right. It's simple. You open up the whole ground like that because he can kick on his left and he can kick on his right. Houston can't use his left foot, bro. If you see Houston lose his left foot tonight, what? I'm telling you, you'll be shocked. I've never seen him kick on his left. He can't. He hasn't got a left foot at all, bro. He's a right footer. So because you're a right footer, it cancels out one side of the ground. You understand? He can't use the other side of the ground unless he's got time to turn around quickly and open it up. See? That's the problem. But Swatto's got a left and right foot. He can hit targets on both sides of the ground. So what I'll do is I'll get Swatto in the back line in his fucking role, and I'll push fucking Houston in the half forward line. Only if Houston's not moving the ball. And I've got no other choice. Instead of wasting him all night, I'll just put him in the half forward line. I'll tell him, listen, don't worry about putting on too much pressure. I'm going to get Bowie. I'm going to get Bowie and that to apply the pressure and shield. See, you just worry about hovering. All your job is tonight is to hover around the 50-meter arc. Hover around there, right? I'll try to get the ball into Nick's hands, and Nick will give you a nice little dinky kick on the chest, right? And you go back, and you could just be the punter. I'll make you turn into a punter, and you just start punting fucking goals all night. That's if he's not touching the football, bro, because you got to do something. You can't just leave him in the back 50, bro, right, and fucking rot on the vine.
Yeah.
Just to quickly touch on the comments of Void with Harrison moving to halfback. I mean, I don't mind it too much, but it's more. I think next season he needs to either be a winger or he needs to be on ball. But he seems to be very important in the moments that matter. So, yeah, even if we throw him to halfback and with Sidey being gone, someone's got to play defense, and Parker and Ryan won't be there, so wouldn't be my first choice, but it is a choice.
Seriously, greatness. Are we kidding ourselves, bro? Look how many half-backers we got, bro. Right? We got Josh Dacos. We got fucking Quaynor. We got fucking Houston. We got fucking Jeremy Howe can hit targets, right? And and we can't move the ball off half-back. Are you kidding me? We've got 4-5 fucking half-backers down there, bro, that can all kick the footy. They just got to start moving the fucking football. That's what I said to you. If Houston's rotting back there, and you can see he's not even at quarter time, if he's not fucking performing, you got to try something. I'm not saying put him out of the goal square to take fucking monster marks. I'm just saying manipulate it a little bit, right? Manipulate it, put him on the half forward fucking line there, and tell him every time you get your hands on the footy, just put it through for a goal. Simple, and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
What about you, Shawnee? Where would you play Houston? Like where we've said it, where would you play?
In the VFL.
There you go.
No, it's just. I know it's not going to happen. I'm talking about something that's just not going to be reality anytime soon. But yeah, I'm just really I've been really frustrated and annoyed this year where we've just had no selection integrity and we just don't keep players accountable because it's and again, this isn't a player thing. Like this isn't as much as we're talking about Houston. Like this isn't when I'm criticizing Houston and how he should be playing VFL, it's not necessarily that I'm criticizing Houston the person, because at the end of the day, he's dishing up what you're actually dishing up. It's more criticism towards like Fly in the selection panel, because it's the way I look at it is when you have oh god, what's it called? Like when you have like the Frankenstein, do you get mad at Frankenstein the fact that he's like I don't know, any creature that goes to like those like creature movies where they go to like New York and they start tearing shit up. Do you get mad at the creature that's doing that, or do you get mad at the person that created the creature that was doing it? I'm more in the camp where you get mad at the person who created the monster.
Well, he was a targeted player. He was a targeted player. When it's called a targeted player, you targeted the player 2 years ago. You targeted him as a targeted player. That's what you went and picked him up as. So he was a target for you to pick up as a ball user. But your targeted play, the target's changed, has it? So you've gone from the bullseye to the fucking outside ring, have you? Huh? You target him as a ball user, you bring him to the club, and when he doesn't use the ball, what, your plans change? Huh? You get him to move the fucking footy tonight, and you tell him, I don't give a fuck if you miss the target. You're going to keep fucking putting that ball on that boot and moving that fucking football. Simple. If you can't get that, you got to drop him. It's as simple as that. Surely you can get more output out of a player in his role than what he's given us at the moment. Surely.
Yeah, just be anywhere but the back line. That's all I ask.
Fuck me. Liability, buddy. At least he can at least we know he can kick the ball long. So fucking try him at half forward, mate. You never know. He put Billy Frampton as a fucking forward in the grand final as a defensive fucking play on Harris Andrews. That fucking worked. How about you try it again, buddy? Huh? You put Jeremy Howe as a forward for fucking 1 minute against Adelaide Crows and it changed the fucking game. How about you do it with fucking Houston? Put him on the half forward line. Simple.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have some defenders tonight that could actually defend. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. Dead. Let's see, bro. Let's see what's going to happen.
Is it too much to ask for to ask our defenders to defend? Like,
bro, we don't listen. We're not cooked in the brain, right? We're just coming up with all these ideas that because something's wrong with us. We've seen this happen every week, bro. It's not like it's the first fucking rodeo, bro. We've seen this every week. That's why we're complaining about it, bro. When you see something's not working, bro, right? If you don't complain about it or try to change it, there's something wrong with you. We've seen this fucking movie before. We're not confident tonight. We're not confident tonight that Houston's going to come out and fucking rocket the ball. We're not confident because we've seen it before. We're not confident tonight that fucking Josh Dacos is going to defend properly because we've seen it before. We're not confident that Sidebottom's going to be third best on ground because we've seen it fucking before. Because we've seen it before, We're not confident. We're not confident that Lockie Schultz is going to hit all his set shots because we've seen it before. We're not confident that fucking McStay's going to miss a snap out from fucking 15 meters out because we've seen it before. Everything we've seen before. That's why we talk about it, right? Say they better go out there tonight and get the fucking job done and do the basics properly. Don't worry about your little fucking pussy snaps from 15 meters out. Hey, Lockie Schultz, as I said to you, you could put 4 or 5 goals on the board. Just take your time, right? Get your set shot routine done nicely. Don't panic and fucking get it done because we've got to take all our opportunities tonight. It's a final because I can guarantee you, if we don't take our opportunities, they're going to take theirs. And then we're going to cop it real fucking hard because I'll guarantee you one thing. There's going to be a lot of decisions made on Monday morning. If we lose tonight, there's going to be a lot of people at the Collingwood Football Club shaking in their boots. You know why? Because the stamp comes out on Monday. Once the season's over, guess what happens? The internal drama start. The stamp comes out. People start getting fucking jittery, right? And that's what happens. It's a whole different scenario after that, mate.
Well, that's why you're right, Manny. If we don't win tonight, a lot of players need to get stamped. I think, a lot of them need to get stamped if we don't win tonight, and I'll be fucking pissed off, and there'll be lots that need to be stamped, and I'll be calling them out like you.
Okay.
Yeah, just as long as we can stamp enough so that we can keep some of these guys on the list.
Yeah, I agree.
If we can delist enough guys to where we can keep Jacob Ryan on the list, that'd be great.
True.
I still think he has a future at this club, but that's just me. We're all entitled to our opinions.
It's a final tonight. All I've been hearing about tonight, all I've been hearing about today, it's a big final tonight. For me, it's a final because if we don't win, we're done. So it's a final for me. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. For me, it's a final. I want final footy tonight. Because you've got to win this and you've got to win the next fucking 4 to win the grand final. So for me, it's a final. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The only thing I heard today is about Pendlebury. Is he signing on? The club's scared to tell him. We're walking on eggshells. What should have happened today is the coach should have called Pendlebury and said, Pendles, can you do me a favour? Can you put a social media post out today, right? And tell them what's going on so they can shut the fuck up because there's too many distractions going on. Can you just tell these fucking media imbeciles that you're going to make your decision at the end of the year so they can stop all this speculation so we can focus on the game tonight? How does that fucking sound, right? And start doing things fucking properly. Simple as that. All this fucking bullshit going on all the time. Fuck me dead.
Well, that's why you're right. Manny, you're right. We need to make decisions on the list. What are we going to do, like with Pendles? Is Hal going to sign on? We need to know next, like, if we do lose tonight, we need to know what players are fucking doing next year. Like, is Pendles playing on? Is Hal playing on? What are we doing with all these players? We need to know if we lose. Let's say we do lose, we need to know what players are fucking doing at the end of the game.
Yeah, but bro, we've got to make sure that the coach's job tonight is we don't have to worry about that shit until we lose the game. As soon as we lose the game, then that shit will start. We'll start talking about that shit. Don't worry. Our main objective tonight is they have to be fully focused on the fucking footy tonight. Fully focused. Don't worry about all this bullshit, right? Don't worry about all this bullshit, right? All right. Bevo's laughing. It's laughable that Collingwood got the chain on the fucking marble standing about. Listen, Bulldogs. Hey, Bulldogs. Listen. You get $23 million from the AFL hand down every year, you fucking shit kickers. Huh? The AFL gives you money. Guess where that money comes from, Bulldogs? It comes from Collingwood because Collingwood makes AFL the money, dickhead, right? And you're sitting on there acting all tough when you put your hand out for fucking money from the AFL because you're a broke-ass fucking football club. You don't mention that in your press conference, do you? You keep that quiet, huh? And all this other bullshit. Collingwood's not getting their fucking usual change rooms tonight. And who gives a fuck, buddy? You know what I'll do? I'll go put my boots on at the bus stop. I don't give a fuck, right? And I'm running out on the field, you understand? And when I run out on the field, get ready to get laid out because I'm running straight through you, right? All this bullshit, right? They come up with all this crap to try to fucking unsettle us and all this bullshit. So the coach has to be locked on tonight. Lock them on right, and get the fucking rev him right up and get the job done, run right over him.
Well, that's one
Yeah,
thing
no,
that pissed me
I
off is
completely hate the fact that, you know, when it comes to like the race, the fact that we've got to come out of the away race, I think that's actually it's not like a horrible thing in isolation, but again, it's basically since we've had some people come into the club now, like we seem to be letting a few things go a little bit too easily now. Like in terms of like the memberships, I don't think it was last year, the year before, where there were certain seatings that we sort of gave up so that we could accommodate for the AFL, and there was actually people that were Collingwood legends, like members, that actually lost the seats that they had been basically sitting in for like 15 years or so, or however long it was. Yeah, that's definitely not okay. Like, and then it's all little things here and there, but I don't know. I just feel like, you know, it's what's that saying? Like, if you give an inch, they will take a mile.
Exactly.
It just feels like the more things you sort of let up, the more okay, well, now that you've given us this, we'll then take this, this, and this. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just such a, you know, I guess there's such thing as like a power move. This is just the polar opposite to what a power move is. Like, you're literally giving up, you know, things that you've had as an advantage in the past. And it's like we can't even like all these things that we used to have as like a luxury and stuff, because we were we are the biggest club. We seem to just be handing out these things just like willy-nilly now, and it's just why, you know, I don't understand why we're so happy and we're so willing to enable to give away like good shit, you know what I mean? Like, even though it might be something small and it might be something that's like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter that much. It's like, yeah, you say that now, and then all of a sudden, like, we can only, you know, like in terms of the allocation for like membership tickets, it'll go from, say, we get catered to say 50% of the oval to only 40%. And they go, oh, whoops! There's like just 10% of our fan base just gone, and they can't get tickets in a certain area. You know,
it's all the smoke and mirrors, bro. Flo wants us to be a loved club. You know, Collingwood's a hated club. Apart from us, that we bleed black and white, mate. We don't give a fuck about any other team. Flo wants us to be liked. Hey, Flo, you can sit outside with a fucking guitar, right, and the fucking speaker, and sing fucking Ring a Ring Around Rosie, and no club's still gonna give a fuck about us, right? You can act all nice, right, and respectful, and do whatever the fuck you want. At the end of the day, it's not gonna change anything. We're still fucking hated. Every fan up there hates us. Every club fucking hates us. You know why? Because we're the biggest club in the fucking land. That's why they fucking hate us, huh? They keep fucking calling Nick a seagull. All these fucking imbeciles, right? On all the chat fucking comment sections. Hey, buddy, right? You know why you call Nick that? It's because you want him and you can't have him. We know what's going on. Stop with all your fucking propaganda. We know you hate us, right? And we don't give two fucks about it. So, Fly, don't try to change something that doesn't need to be changed with all your fucking fairy flossing. Oh, yeah, and we call butters, and we want to be respectful of the league, and this and that, da. Yeah, mate, we've always been a fucking hated football club. That's how we fucking like it, right? Because we're fucking different. We're different, and we don't give a fuck. Right? Do you understand? We don't give a fuck if you hate us. Whether you like us or not, we just don't give a shit. Right? We play Collingwood football. That's why we're the most passionate fans in the fucking AFL. Fuck Carlton fans. They're fuck all as well. They think they're passionate, right? But when it comes to full grit, right? Full-blown animal supporters, when the Collingwood army gets up, mate, we know that the fucking gorillas are rocked up, right? Don't worry about all these fairy flossers. We supply the AFL with all the fucking cash. That's why every record that's ever been broken in the fucking finals got Collingwood's fucking name in it, right? It's always got Collingwood versus Carlton. It's always got Collingwood versus Essendon. The biggest ever crowds has always got a Collingwood next to the fucking name, right? Because we're the one, we own the AFL. Without us, the AFL, right, is Mickey Mouse. We're the ones that make the AFL what it fucking is. So Fly needs to stop with all this bullshit, right? And let us be who we fucking are. We're animals. Tonight we go out there as a big fucking Collingwood family, right? We go down to the death. To the death, right? And we don't give up. Last week, the white flag fucking come up. And the reason why the white flag come up is because Fly didn't know what to say to the players. What do I say to them? I don't want to lose them. So what I'll do is I'll let them not put in effort. I'll let them shirk the contest, right? Because this game doesn't mean anything. Really, dickhead? So if this game didn't mean anything, you want to open your mouth and put it on them. You should have fucking arrested 5, 6 of them last week. And you wouldn't have had this fucking problem, would you? Simple. And would have had our fucking 400 gamer today, full-blown finals experience playing on the field. But you fucking played him, right? And he popped the fucking hamstring. Simple. So stop with all this fucking lovey shit, right? And get the players fired up and get them out there. Thank fuck we got Bruzzy in the fucking team that's got some testicles and nick, right? And fucking stops all this fucking fairy flocking. Forget about it.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of the saying that I've always heard around Collingwood is that if they only hate us because they ain't us. So, at the end of the day, like, when you have a club as big as us, there will be no supporter base that will come out and say it. But at the end of the day, if clubs don't want our history, then obviously they don't know, then obviously, they don't want any success at their footy club.
That's right. That's why, like Manny said, do you all understand? We don't give a fuck if you all hate us. Do you understand? We don't care. We love being the most hated team in the fucking world. That much makes us Collingwood. Like our motto said, side by side. We don't give a fuck. It's us versus the world. You want to hate us? Go ahead. We don't care. We don't care. You can hate us all you want. We don't care. We don't care.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Fly's trying to make us something we're not, right? Yes. It's not going to happen. It's like you telling Mike Tyson, hey, Mike, when you go out to the fucking the ring tonight, can you put on Sesame Street music? Mike Tyson, can you put a robe on? Right, and can you walk out there and shake your opponent's hand? Right? It defeats the fucking purpose. The bloke used to walk out with black shorts with no fucking socks on and just knock blokes out in 2.1 seconds. Simple. That's what we got to do. Right? You go out there and you put them to bed. Stop with all your fucking trying to save the game bullshit. Put them to bed. We used to put teams to bed years ago. Right? We used to punish them when you had Didak and all these players fucking stepping goals left, right, and centre. We used to punish sides. Right? Stop with all your pulling up the handbrake and all your signs and stuff, buddy. Tell the boys to go out there and keep the fucking foot on down on the floor, right? And punish them early. Don't leave the door open. I'm sick and tired of leaving the door open, buddy. Right? We're up by 4-5 goals, and guess what happens? Then they put fucking 4-5 goals on us, and it becomes a tussle again. Release them. Let them bury your teammate so we can sit back and watch a game of football in peace. You know what I mean? Instead of all this fucking bullshit, right? You're putting 4-5 goals on the team. You've done all the hard work. So what you're going to do now is take your foot off the pedal, change the whole player's mindset now to go from offense into defense, right? They calm down. All the adrenaline starts fucking dismissing out of their fucking bodies, right? And they go into fucking save the game mode. What for? Just let them put on another 5-6 goals. So we're up by fucking 10 goals. And then you know what? Once you're up by 10 goals, then you can start making interchanges for next week and start fucking resting players. Don't start resting players and trying to save the game while we're fucking 5 goals ahead, because we know our team can't hold on to a 5-goal lead because we've seen it before. Other teams they come on a run, right? And they put fucking goals on us, and then we start panicking, and he tries to flick the switch. And by the time the boys flick the switch, they put on 2-3 goals on us, and then we're chasing our tail. And guess what happens? Then he goes out in the last quarter, and he tells them to come for another miraculous comeback. Right? He thinks that we're going to come back in the third quarter, right? The fourth quarter, we're going to come back and try to fucking run over him, right? When they're fucking 3 goals ahead of us, and we're going to kick 5 goals in the last quarter. We're going to keep them goalless, or they might kick 1. He's fucking in dream world. He's in dream world.
Well, that's one thing I get annoyed with. You're always putting up the Presti sign. Why the fuck are you putting that sign up? Just when you got a team on the roads, go for the juggler. Keep going. Put it on the scoreboard every week. And then what? We're not doing that anymore. Think about it, when we won that grand final, like early in the year, we were putting teams away. Now we're not, because we're not the kings of the close game. Stop saying, Fly, you love the close game. We're not that team anymore. When we've got a team on the roads, put them away. Stop putting the Presti sign up. Put them away, or else we ain't doing shit. And it's all because of you. Because you put your sign up because you like the close game. We supporters, we hate the fucking close game. Stop it and stop it. And just put teams away. Fucking end of story. Put them away.
I would probably say actually that we actually can have these close wins, but the issue is that we don't have the players to actually achieve it. We have too many players that play as passengers, and we're just way too slow. And if we were able to find ways to get a bit more youth in the side, a bit more speed in the side, a bit more dash and dare, I wouldn't be surprised if we go right back to that team next year. That's literally how quick the turnaround can be. But it would rely on Fly wanting to for one, we would need Fly to want that, and I just don't know if he he specifically will not want that, regardless if it's his choice or if it's a subconscious thing or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you have the current list that we have, we need to get rid of a few of these players so that we can get younger, we can get faster, we can have a bit more dash and dare. Obviously there's going to be some of those players that will go. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just feels like this season, there's been so many mistakes, but the saddest part about it all is that the fact that these mistakes have been so obvious and have been such easy fixes. And we've been calling it all season long, and we just seem to be, we basically seem to be tripping over the same, the same hurdle every time.
He's stubborn, bro. The coach is stubborn. I'll tell you now, he's stubborn. I know he's fucking stubborn, because when you leave long in the forward line for fucking 12 weeks and we can't win games of football, he's not getting the job done, and then you drop him and put him in the VFL, and we were watching on fucking VFL watch along, and fucking Long's getting fucking 40 disposals and doing damage, and we win the game of football. We know he's stubborn. He's stubborn, bro. He doesn't want to change the game style, right? Because he's stubborn until we're about to get kicked out of the fucking finals. Then he changes it. He doesn't want to play young players until we get injuries, because he's fucking stubborn. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to let the boys put the fucking foot to the floor and bury a side, and let them drop their heads. They can't come back into the game. What he does is he leaves the door open so they can boot the fucking door in. I'm sick and tired of the fucking door getting booted in. I want the door fucking kicked off the hinges. Simple. I don't want the door fucking left open every week. What are you doing, buddy? Let him fucking boot the door right off. Let him bury your side. Hollywood style. Right back in the old days. Bury him. What are you doing, fucking furry flossing? Trying to be too cute with all your little fucking tricks. Mate, let him play football. Let him fucking put the Bulldogs to bed, right? And focus on next week. Don't worry about all your fucking tricks, buddy. All this shit he does every week.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what pisses me off.
It's funny. I see the Bulldogs smacking teams every week. I see Geelong absolutely punish fucking sides, right? Fucking all the sides they play, they punish them. I see a lot of other sides, Hawthorn, if they got the chance, they're going to punish, right? So if we got the chance tonight, let the boys punish. Don't fucking try to hold on. What does he think? Does he think that our defensive system's that good, right? That if we lock down and we're going to a defensive fucking structure, right, they won't be able to get through us. Oh, they'll get through us. You know why? Because they're taking risks. They need to take risks because they're down. So what happens, because they're down, they're going to start taking more risks. And their risk starts pulling off. Once their risky kicks start pulling off, our players start panicking. Our defense gets all fucking scrambled and lost because they're all panicking at the same time. We break down, and then they start fucking opening us. Goals over the back, right? goals from the goal line, goals from the goal square, right? No defensive fucking coverage. There's loose players everywhere in our back 50. They're just waltzing, handballing each other on the goal line, just fucking kicking the ball into the stands. We've seen it before. So you better be ready tonight, mate, because I'm watching him fucking closely. And if we're losing and he's sitting on that bench with his fucking hands in his hands, right, all miserable like a sour sop, and doesn't get up and start firing the ball. I only see him firing up, this bloke, when we're winning. Every time we're winning, he's on the boundary line, he's up and about, he's cheering on fucking the draws, he's celebrating draws. Every time we kick a goal, we get fucking 4-5 goals in front, he's cheering on. But as soon as we go down 4-5 goals, he's on that bench there, and he's got his hands in his fucking head, right? And he's lost for answers. So it's better off being up and about when we're down to fire the boys up instead of being up and about when we're fucking up. Do you understand? As soon as we're down, get up and fire them up on the bench because they're looking at you. There's no point being on the bench if you can't fire them up. They're thinking, what are you doing here, buddy? What? We're not winning. You're sitting here, right, and you got your hands in your head, right? You're not giving us any fucking lift. You're not giving us any confidence, and it makes it twice as fucking bad.
That's right. That's the one thing I don't get. When we're at our best, we can beat a team easily. I just don't get why he likes his close games. It fucking pisses me off. I don't like the close games. I hate them. I would rather have an easy win than have a fucking close game. And close game is shit. We're not. Look at how many close games we lost this year because we're not the king. We can't do it anymore. We can't win close games anymore. We need a game to win easily. It gets to the last quarter. How many times we've lost close games this year when it's got to the last quarter? It's too many. We need this. Stop putting the pressure sign up. We've got a team on the ropes. Put them away. Put them away. I don't give a shit. Put them away and they don't come back.
It takes one mistake, Chris. It takes one mistake. One mistake. I'll tell you the mistakes that I've seen already. When you're going to close game, it takes one mistake. We're talking about Melbourne now. You got Lipinski on the wing, right? Yeah. He doesn't go for the ball. They get the ball off him, right? They kick it to Fritsch. They score a goal. They hit the front. There's one close game. We lost it. There's another close game against Hawthorn. Close game. They kick the ball in the first draw. The other mistake. Darcy Moore and Maynard collide, right? Darcy Moore drops the mark. He panics. He gives away a high to Moore. They kick a goal. Draw. We lost another 2 points. Again, Hawthorn. Close game. We start panicking. Allen gets the ball on the wing. Because he's a young player. I'm not going to blame him. He's a young player. He puts the ball on the boot. Kicks it back to them. In their back 50. They rebound on the opposite side of the ground. They get the ball all the way up, and there's a loose player more. Again, he can't finish the job. But again, close game, draw. See, all these fucking little mistakes, bro. When it's a close game, any little mistake, mate, it turns to a massive one. When you got to go out there and put them away. Even 3-4 goals, I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying go out there and smack them by 60 points, 10 goals. I'm going out there and have a comfortable win, 4-5 goals, right, and keep them there. Keep them at 4-5 goals distance. If they put a goal on, right, switch on straight away and put it to bed. You know how many times this year they've gone on a run, bro, and we've conceded 9-8 goals in a row. There's been 3-4 times that we've conceded 9 goals in a row, bro. We're talking about 9 goals in a row. Yeah. Bang, 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 without stopping momentum. That's unacceptable. You can't be doing that, bro.
Well, that comes down to one reason. Fly, you got to move the magnets. When a team's putting like 4 to 5 goals in a row, move the magnets. If you don't fucking do it tonight, I guarantee what's going to happen. If you don't move the magnets tonight, Dogs are going to get on a run, and we won't be able to fucking stop them. You know they've got good ball movements. We know how good Bailey's Dale is. We know how Bond is. We know how good Richards are. They are the best players in the AFL. And if you don't stop them tonight from their ball movement, we are going to lose. If they get to a 2 to 3 goal lead, we ain't coming back. I don't give a fuck what we do. We need to put them away from the start. I don't get it. Like Matty always says, you put 4 goals in them in the first quarter, you'll break them. But of course, Fly, no. You want to put the Presti sign up. You want a close game because you fucking love close games. I hate close games. I want us to break them in the first quarter. Break them. Put them away. So then they can't come back. Then, we've got a team that could break the Dogs tonight. But it's if Fly wants to do that from the start.
Bro, if you give them a sniff, bro, and they're hanging around, if you let them hang around, they're still giving effort. But if you break their will, and they can see they're too far behind, bro, just subconsciously in their mind, they don't give full-blown effort, bro. They dropped 5%. And as soon as they drop 5%, bro, that's when you see openings everywhere. That's why teams get smacked, because the players fucking give up. You got to make them give up, bro. But if they're hovering around and they put 3-4 quick goals on us, guess what fucking Bont and fucking Richards is saying back to the fucking ball up? They're talking to each other, bro. And they're saying, hey, listen, they're buckling. We've put 3-4 quick ones on them, right? If we can get the ball out of the middle, right, and we start linking up and get that ball inside 50 from this ball up, we've broken them. So they're talking on the way back to the fucking ball up. I've seen them talk before. They talk to each other. And they G each other up. They say, Bond says, Richards, let's go. We get the job done now. We put another couple on and we're going to break them. Right? They talk to each other, mate. That's the problem. So we've got to make sure we fucking bury them. Simple.
Well, like I watched that game last week, Melbourne versus Footscray. Bulldogs broke them because of fucking Bailey-Dale. No, it was because of Bailey-Dale and Richards and Bontempelli. They broke Melbourne. Melbourne were never coming back because Dogs broke them. It was their quick ball movement. If we can't stop their quick ball movement, our defense is going to crumble tonight. If they're going to do the quick ball movement tonight, we're going to crumble. And Dogs are one of the best teams at moving the ball quick.
Bro, and all this other bullshit that their home ground is the Marvel.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, they love playing football at the MCG. Right? You go look at their record. You go look at their record at the MCG, and you'd be very surprised. Don't worry. Hey, they love the MCG. You know why? Because they love the expanses, mate, of the big oval, mate. Right? They love running. They love opening it right up. So don't worry. If we think they're Marvel specialists, hey, they love the MCG. Don't fool yourself. They love playing on the MCG, buddy. They're going to come out tonight. Don't you worry about that. All right? So we've got to be fucking ready. We've got to be ready from the first ball up, I'm telling you.
Of course they love the MCG. They won on the MCG last week. Of course they love it. People can say, oh, they love Marvel. Fuck, they love Marvel. They love the MCG because it's an open, wide ground. They fucking love it.
Bro, these boys grow up as kids, bro, and their dream is to play on the MCG, bro, in finals. And you're trying to tell me, right, that they're going to give it up when they can play in front of 90,000 people, right? All this bullshit. That's their dream, bro, to play on the MCG. They're going to be relishing it. They're going to come out hunting, right? I'm telling you, we've got to hunt them. They hunted Melbourne last week. They stopped Melbourne from using the footy because Melbourne loves moving the footy quickly. What they've done was they fucking flooded the corridor. They flooded the corridor and they flooded the outside. So Melbourne couldn't move the footy. And they're putting the pressure on. They're getting the ball off them, right? And they're rebounding off them that quickly, right? And Melbourne didn't know what was going on. That's what they've done to them. That's what they're going to try to do to us.
And that's why it scares me because we know Dogs on their game, their midfield is hard to stop. And if we can't stop their midfield tonight, we're screwed. It comes down to one thing. Dogs, their ball movement. They want it quick. They want to use their hand passes. They want to move it quick. We need to stop them from moving the ball quick. We need to go the other way and we move it quick. Like maybe make it a shootout. Maybe move it quick and slow them up. Because Dogs, the one thing Melbourne couldn't stop them last week, their quick ball movement. That's why Dogs won. Melbourne were thinking, oh crap, they're going this quick every time. We can't stop them. And that's why Melbourne lost last week, because Dogs, their quick ball movement, they couldn't stop them.
Bro, this is what you got to look out for, bro. This is what you have to look out for. This is how you know we're on. This is what I look out for. They get the footy and you see our players rolling up. So what happens is they got the footy and we're rolling up. One's coming, boom. Another one's coming from behind, boom. Another one's coming from behind, boom. Until we turn that ball over. So we're talking about manic pressure. Our pressure Richter scale has to be 200 tonight, minimum in the first quarter. I'm not talking about 150 pressure on the Richter scale. I'm talking about 200, 230 minimum. So what happens is we put the pressure on them. We're rolling up on them, then bang. What happens is they miss a handball. Then all of a sudden, we clean up. It's called mopping. We're mopping up the footy. And then all of a sudden, bang, the fucking handball goes into Nick's fucking hands. Then boom, you got 4-5. If you see 4-5 runners in the fucking corridor, all black and white shirts running through the corridor at the same time, then you got the half forwards, they're rolling down, right? McCreary's coming down. Schultz is fucking coming down. You got fucking McStay leading to one fucking side. You got Membry leading to the other pocket. Boom. That's when you're going to see action. So that's what happens. Manic pressure, turn the ball over. As soon as you turn the ball over, don't hesitate. Boom. Quick handball inside, not outside. Don't worry about the wings. We've got runners in the middle. Handball goes inside. And then, boom, you got 4-5 runners ready for support action. Bang, 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 bang. Get the ball into a ball user's hands, maybe Lipinski, Geordie, Nick Dacos, and you got 4 options. You got forwards leading everywhere. Easy fucking little kick on the chest. Take your break. Go back. Take your 30 seconds. Let the boys calm down. Let the boys get their breath back, just in case you kick a point. And then you got Bailey Dale coming out with a footy, and he's putting on the boot quickly. Take your 30 seconds, calm the boys down, and hit your set shot. If you hit your set shot and you kick your goal, then you go back to the middle and you start again, right? But if we miss and score a point, then you've got to be set up, bro. They've got to be set up, ready to go. You've got to pick up their players so they can't rebound off us. Simple, because they're going to start rebounding. That's what we have to worry about, bro.
Well, one thing you are right, Manny. When we're at our best, it's our pressure. We've got the best pressure side in the AFL. When you got Bo, who puts the pressure on. When you got Shooter, who puts the pressure on. If we're doing our pressure, Dogs can't stop us. We are the best pressuring team in the AFL. What do you think when we won that grand final? It's because of one reason. It was our pressure. If we do our pressure tonight, Dogs can't stop us. We need to boo our pressure. Like Manny said, it has to be over 230 tonight with our pressure. We do our pressure, they can't stop us. Guaranteed. Exactly. That'll be one of the reasons we win tonight. Our pressure.
They might try to do, bro, is they know we like putting pressure on. So what they might try and do is their game style might be to slow the footy down. So we can't apply pressure. So what they'll do is they'll chip the ball around in their back 50, right? And they'll look for loose fucking players and get the ball up slowly. So we can't apply pressure because they know we want to explode off our turnover game. So what they might do is they might slow their ball movement up so we can't apply pressure. We can't get the chaos football going. So they'll start slowly, they'll start chipping the ball around. But then what we have to do is we have to give them teasing distance. So one little slip up or one missed kick that doesn't hit the target and you've got an intercept coming in, you've got to give them teasing distance, right? So you've got to tease them to think they can make that kick, but really they can't. Because by the time the ball gets there, right, you got Schultzy or you got fucking Bowie intercepting the ball, and then bang, then you can fucking rebound them again. That's what they might do as well, bro. See, they got fucking tricks as well, bro. Yeah. So it's which coach pulls maneuvers quicker is going to get the job done. Simple.
Well, I agree. You're right. Dogs do have players that can put pressure on too. It comes down what you said. Who's going to put the pressure? Who's going to put the scoreboard pressure on? And we need to take all our chances. We take our chances, we can win this. We've got a side that can put a pressure on. We take our chances, we move that ball quick, we'll be able to break them and put the scoreboard pressure on, put the tackling pressure on, break them early. Don't give them a sniff. Don't let them come back tonight. Break them early.
Also, what's happened is Jeremy Howe, what he does is now, if our defensive system's breaking down, you can tell, bro, because they got four free players in our back 50, bro. You see all the time, like Geelong and all them. They break our system down. So what you see 4-5 players free in our back 50. They're free. There's players everywhere, bro. So what happens is, if our defensive fucking 50 is breaking down, you got to get Jeremy Howe to stay right back, right, and patrol the fucking back line. That way, when they look up, that if they get the ball, when they look up, they see this Jeremy Howe there ready for the intercept. But if we get fucking caught and our defense starts scrambling, bro, we're the worst team. Once we get lost in our defensive 50, we break down that badly, bro. It looks ridiculous. The amount of easy goals they kick off the goal line is fucking ridiculous. We've got to make sure we're a tight fucking unit tonight. It's got to be tight, mate.
That's right. One thing, you're right, Manny. Everything you say, you're right. We need to be the Collingwood that we need to play. If we play our normal game style, going through the corridor, moving it quick, they can't stop us. It comes down which Collingwood comes out tonight. Are we going to be on from the start? Are we going to be switched on? Are we going to play the way we know we want to play? We need to play the way we always play from start to finish.
Our mids are on notice, bro. Our mids are on notice from last week. If our mids don't apply maximum pressure to their mids and their half forwards, right? If they're coming straight out with their shoulders open, they're going to hit targets left, right, and centre. Our defenders won't be able to stop them. It's got to be maximum pressure, so they bomb the ball in, right? And we can fucking spoil the ball and get the ball down and start rebounding. But if they're coming straight out with no pressure and they start kicking the ball to their forwards, we're done for. I'm telling you, we're done for. So it's got to be maximum pressure. We can't allow them to dictate play. If we allow them to dictate play, we're done. Even quarter time. If they're putting goals on us, he's got to rev them up, mate. He's got to tell them the pressure's low. Go out there and ramp it fucking up, right? They're getting too much ball movement. If you see them moving the ball too easy, bro, and they're just picking off marks left, right, and centre, and they're doing whatever they want, you know the pressure's low, bro. It's called a training drill. We look like fucking, what do you call it, cones, traffic cones, because they're just fucking waltzing up the ground.
Well, that's one thing. The other person that's got to fire him up is Nick. You're the captain tonight. You get him in that middle and you say, listen, you put the pressure on tonight. Do not let Bonampelli and Richards beat you tonight. You listen. You defenders, Norton and Locke are not going to stop you tonight. It's all you can beat them. You play the way we normally play. And our forwards, you put every time it goes forward, you kick the ball. You listen to what we say, or you ain't going to be at this club next year. You listen.
Bro, they've seen him, bro. You're trying to tell me our players didn't see him on Tuesday night, how many fucking awards he won, bro? Yeah. They fucking saw him. He's an MVP for the second time in a fucking year. Coach's fucking winner. Coach's award winner for the second time in a year. They know who the fucking gun is. How about they go out there and be fucking him? Huh?
That's right.
You know who he fucking is. He know who he is. He knows who he is. Huh? We all know as supporters who he is. How about you fuckers go out there and be him? Huh? Does that sound good? Is that a good idea? How about you go out and play like an MVP tonight and stop letting a 23-year-old put us on his shoulders every fucking week? Have you got any fucking respect? Huh? How about you walk up to Nick today in the training room and say, Nick, hey, buddy, leave it to me tonight, my friend. You do it every fucking week. I'm going to do it tonight. Huh? How about fucking Long does that? How about Lipinski does that? How about all the other fucking players does that? How about Chris walks up to him today and Chris says, let's don't worry about it, bro. You just icing on the cake tonight. I'm going to get it done. Crisp, how about you hit a fucking target, buddy? Huh? Stop fumbling the footy, Crisp. How about you go out there and get it fucking done? Apparently you're one of the best finals footy players to ever play finals, buddy. Huh? Apparently you lived in finals. I've seen your record. Huh? So let's see what you got tonight, buddy. How about the rest of them? All of them. Angry. Go do damage. Every single one of them, bro. Houston, damage. Josh Dacos, damage. Quaynor, hold your player tight, damage. Every single one of them. How come it's always Nick? Huh? How come it's always Nick? What's the captain doing tonight? Darcy Moore, where are you tonight, buddy? Huh? Where are you tonight, Darcy Moore? What are you doing, buddy? I haven't seen a lot of you, lately. Where have you been hiding? Huh? What are you doing tonight? Are you firing the boys up? Because I bet your brother is. I bet your brother's in the fucking change room. Where are you? Are you lurking around, buddy? Are you lurking around? Hey, Tonight's testicle times, mate. Testicle times. Nothing but big, hairy, ugly testicles. I'm gonna let you go. They better fucking get the job done tonight because the post-game show is gonna be fucking ruthless. See you, buddy. See you,
See you,
Greatness.
Manny.
Thanks, bro. See you, Greatness. Lift, bro. Thanks, buddy.
All good, Manny.
See you, Manny.
I'm sick and fucking tired of it every fucking week. Tonight we want something different. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking tear shreds time out of the post-game show. They better go out there tonight and don't put up what they put up last week was fucking embarrassing. Last week was embarrassing. They could have broken one of our players in puncher. They left him out in the rain, right? And he got exposed. He got fucking 8 goals kicked on him. You don't let your players get fucking exposed like that. Do you understand? You put the pressure on you, protect your fucking young players. Tonight, I'm watching. Half an hour. Job done. Ciao.
Yeah, especially when we had some supporters in our own group actually celebrating the fact that Puncher was dropped. So
yeah.
But no, I thought wasn't that supposed to be our role where we were supposed to be the mean nasties in the community? I find that pretty funny.
Yeah, I know.
So there you go.
One thing, man, is right. So they need to grow some fucking testicles. They need to say, "Hey, Nick, we're not going to let you do all the work. We're going to do the work tonight. We're going to say, hey, buddy, Nick, you're not doing any work tonight. It's going to be us. We're going to help you tonight. We're not going to let you get hurt. We're going to do it for you. We're going to help you that you don't need to get 40 possessions. We're going to get the 40 possessions. They need to grow some testicles and they need to fucking help him tonight. They need to fucking lift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, the players are on the ground at the moment doing their warm ups, just watching their KO footage. Yeah, so your prediction was what 20 points, Chris? Is that still?
Yeah.
Are you still happy with that?
Yeah, I'm still happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Let's have a look at the comments. See what people are saying. Geelong have often kicked goals against the pass. Have often kicked runner goals against us in the past. Result Geelong win by 8+ goals. Fly doesn't react and make moves to stop the momentum. Yeah, especially with Geelong. Don't know why that's a thing that he tends to not do whenever we play Geelong, but I mean, I guess he's always pretty slow to react in general, right? So, yeah, no, I think Mark's right there. All right, all good, Boz. Here's a good idea. How about Jack Crisp, Josh Dacos, Houston, Quainer, DeGoey, Lipinski? Where will you guys be? Oh, in terms of, okay. Hopefully they're on the football field winning a hardball. That'd be a good start. But we know some of them won't be. Yeah. Is there any questions you got, Chris?
Of course. Like, what are you expecting? You know, who are you expecting to lift to help Nick Dacos tonight in the midfield?
I mean, I feel like the answer should be the team. The team should be lifting in general because it's a team sport. I know that's like stating the obvious, but the answer the answer is still pretty solid regardless. Yeah, that's sort of where I'm at the moment. All right. Yeah, all right. We've got about 40 minutes till the game starts. So, guys, we'll probably be on for another half an hour, and then we'll probably hop off. So, just giving you guys a bit of a heads up.
Does anyone want to jump on? That's the question. Does anyone want to jump on?
Yeah. So, all right. If people want to jump on the show, just let me know, and I'll put the link in the chat. Pendles looks like he wants to go for another season. Would you entertain it or pull the pin? I would absolutely pull the pin. I think when it comes to Pendles, I think when it comes to that knee burster that he has, I think it's pretty clear that he's been having that for a while, and I think it's pretty obvious when he's having his good games and his bad games, and I think it has a lot to do with that knee burster and yeah, doing a little bit of like research about it. Yeah, it's a very like chronic injury to where it's sort of hard to know like how it's going to pull up from like a day-to-day basis, regardless on especially from like a week-to-week basis. And then when you have a guy who's going to be 39 next year, I just can't see Pendles surviving. Or at least if he plays next year, I just don't see the value he's going to be adding if we were to sign him up and play him next season. Because yeah, you're probably looking at maybe like 8 to 10 games, and even then, if that's the case, you might as well just let him go out, a goat rather than someone on his last legs. Yeah, hopefully Pendles does do the right thing and he does retire, but it's sort of hard to. But then again, I mean, so this is where I sort of stand on it. I would say, I would hope the club says a full no. But if another club comes around and goes, well, we'll sign him up for a year deal or a 2-year deal, but the second year is coaching, like he becomes like an assistant coach somewhere, it would be weird for him to take that offer. And because was it the team Gold Coast? Was that the team that apparently there was a bit of interest
they were interested. Yeah, they wanted him. Really
so let's just say hypothetically, Gold Coast take him for a 2-year deal, 1-year player, 1-year coach, like assistant coach, developing coach, or whatever. That at least is a start for him to get his coaching career underway. And yeah, I just don't think that there's anything more Pendles can do at Collingwood. And I'd even go as far to say I don't even see him in their best 23 anymore. I think you've just got other guys where, especially their futures, their futures are just too bright to hang on to Pendles for another year. So if we decide to potentially retire him, but then he's able to get an opportunity at another club, as I said, it would feel weird as a Collingwood supporter seeing Pendles in another jumper. But I would rather feel weird seeing Pendles in another jumper than feeling terrible that we've had Pendles for another year, where he's just his body's just gonna be more cooked and he's not gonna add any value to this team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Mick, we spoke about that. Apparently, for some reason in Greece, his audio is better. But when it's in Australia, apparently it's no good. So his issue is the fact that he's got to move to Greece to get better audio.
I was going to ask Mick, what's it like at the game tonight? Like, what's the crowd like tonight at the game, Mick? There you go. So another comment saying, same thinking as me. Pendles has been a champ, but Father Time has passed. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know we've definitely copped a bit of it. Because we seem to be the more realistic fans. Like we seem to tell it how it is, where we're not really interested in talking about the sunshine and rainbows part of football.
not to say that you guys can't watch those things or anything like that. Like if that's your cup of tea and that's what you want to watch, then I completely go for it. But nah, if we see something and at the end of the day, we're just going to call how we see it, sort of thing. So if we see Pendles being cooked and if we see him going elsewhere as a better option, well, then we're going to say it. We're not going to. And again, like, not to say that those things don't hurt when they say it, because to say that Pendle should go to another club. When you have someone that's when you have someone that has given the club so much, like, I think it's sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. And then Stephanos is saying there's more bad games than good games for Pendles. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's had more bad games than good games. I'd agree with that. And I think it is time to call it quits. As much as it sucks to say and as much as it hurts, because again, like, it's going to be a very sad day when he officially makes the retirement, which hasn't happened yet, but you would think it does this year. But yeah. And then, all right. Yeah, there's no more records to break. And no more initials to be added. I think there is 450. I think if he plays next year, he can get 450 games, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's the only milestone he's probably got to get if he wants to get that. But he would have to do that at another club, surely. Pendles will know. Let him decide. Don't push a guy that's given so much to the club. It's not necessarily about pushing someone like Pendles out. It's more the fact that it's more understanding his situation, and it's more just knowing that, like, it's been so clear the differences between his good games and his bad games, and his bad games have basically been because of his injuries, and that knee bursa injury that he's had for a lot longer than just that other week where he got injured. So, because again, I've been watching Pendles very closely in that sense, and you can always tell whenever Pendles has a good game, he's got that freedom in his knees, which is basically what the bursa does. Is that it's an injury to where the knee will flare up, and you basically can't move it pretty much. So basically, the way that I basically mention, or I speak about it, is that if you know your Star Wars, if he's moving like C-3PO, you know he's in for a bad game. And with that, we do have someone backstage. I'll get him on. And here we go. Mick, how you doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Mick.
Doing pretty
How
good.
are you, boys?
Are you doing like a roaming Mick or something, are you?
Yeah. Mate, Shorty, mate, enough with the fucking Star Wars references, mate. Is everything have to fucking refer to Star Wars, mate?
Well, it's the only scenario that makes sense. Can you tell me something else that has no freedom in their knees?
But I'll tell you what, every time I look at Pendles now, I'm thinking of fucking C-3PO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
No,
I just...
I tell you now, watch back on his games.
Yeah.
And if you see how his legs are straight and he doesn't bend his knees, it's because of the bursa injury.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the game. Looks like a massive turnout, man. I've just had a dinner with Adrian was there, and Anthony from Pies Footy was there, and his brother and Benny Zero. We just fucking had some steaks, and we've all separated now. We've all gone to different spots in the ground, and it's going to start soon. I'm still going by the Pies by 14. And Ed Allen to have a breakout, like an announcement game. He's going to announce himself tonight. Come on, Ed, do it for us.
Come on.
But I still have this.
I do have to ask you this question though. It's an extremely important question.
Yep.
How was the steak?
It was fucking fantastic, man. Fucking.
Highly recommend it.
I fucking starved myself on fucking purpose just to fucking enjoy it more. Put it that way.
Yeah. There
I
you
didn't
go.
eat all day,
Yeah, I
mate.
mean, it is good. I have actually had it before. It's pretty
Yeah.
solid.
But
So Mick, what's it like to be there? What's the crowd like
It-
tonight?
it looks pretty. It looks like a bumper crowd, man. You can tell, like, just from the outside. But too many
Yeah.
Bulldog supporters for my liking, man. Too many, man.
Oh
It's their home
no,
game, yeah.
no.
It's their home game, so every fucking Bulldog supporter that fucking exists is here, yeah.
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 Oh crap.
Yeah. Is it feeling like a finals like atmosphere? Like, does it have a finals vibe to it?
Yeah, look, I'd like to say no, but it does, man. It's just, mate, it's Bulldog supporters everywhere, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not treating it like a final. I'm still holding that mantra, mate. We win this game, then we're in the finals. This is a AFL gimmick. We've been fortunate enough to get this opportunity to sneak into the finals, and that's what it is. That's how I'm treating it, man. And if we lose, you know what, man? I'm a fucking D supporter this weekend, man. I should be wearing fucking the blue and red of Melbourne, mate, because I couldn't give a fuck. If we lost and they won, I'd be fucking stoked.
Yeah.
I know that sounds bad. There's probably people in the chat saying you're not a real supporter, but fuck, I'm here, mate. I've paid my fucking money and I'm here, mate. I'm a real supporter,
Yeah.
mate.
Well, let me ask you this, Mick. Who needs to lift, in your opinion, tonight to get us over the line? Who needs to lift?
You know what? We need Chrissy. We need Crispa to lift, man. Mate, that cunt's been on fucking cruise control since 23 grand final, mate. Supposedly he's the second best grand finals player ever, mate. Let's see it, man.
Yep.
Fucking show us something, mate. What's going on, man? Fuck me. Where's Manny, mate?
Oh,
he was on before, but he left about 10 minutes ago.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck it, Alvin.
Yeah,
He goes to better audio than in Australia, mate.
Yeah, he came
It's
through
better
so
in Greece.
clear.
It's better in Greece.
Like, I actually forgot he even had audio issues. It was that good. I was like, oh, Manny, you're here. And then, didn't even think about the audio issues for once. And then he brought up, oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, boys, I'll let you go because I've got to meet some people. But you guys have a good night. And when I talk to you guys again, hopefully we're celebrating a win, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Catch you, boys.
All right.
Go boys. Go Mick.
See you, Chrissy. Bye.
See ya.
See you, Mick. Oh, there you go. So that was Roaming Mick, guys. It's a new segment we're trying.
I love Roman Mick. Screw Roman Brian. We've got Roman Mick.
Oh, you know what? We actually need to start doing that shit. Like, whether it doesn't have to be just Mick, just anyone that's at the ground. Because all you got to do is just go on StreamYard on your phone, and just even if it's for like 5 minutes, like we'll just have like say 5 people or whatever, just come on. They can do their own roaming. Yeah, whether if it's Mick, whether if it's Matt, like or whoever. Yeah, the roaming sack. We can call it that. Yeah. Roaming sack is actually elite. There we go. Hey, Matty, how's things?
I think he's still got us on here. Hey, Matt.
I'm just muting myself. I'm making a bit of noise here.
Oh, all good. Yeah, have you enjoyed our new segment?
Yeah, that was elite.
Yeah, we're gonna have the roaming sack for any game days.
I love the roaming sack.
So Chris, any thoughts towards the game?
Well, I'm just hoping we start well. That's it. I'm just hoping we start well. That's it. If we don't start well, it's like Manny said, we ain't going to come back tonight. So it comes down to our start. How we start is the most important thing. Like think about it. Our last 2 games have been with the team has kicked a goal in the first minute. We can't let a team like the Dogs kick a goal in the first minute, and that will fucking annoy me if they kick a goal in the first minute.
Yep. Yep. And guys, even if you have given your results to Mick, let's just get some of the predictions in the chat. Let's see if we can. Because I just see Peter V reckons it's Pies in a close one. Let's see if we can get some predictions, and we can even react to some of the predictions, so that we can get a bit of a gauge on how we're thinking pre-game, and then obviously once the game finishes, we can maybe have a look at them post-game. Because it's always interesting when you can get a take, and pre-game, that's never going to happen, blah blah. Such and such player is going to kick 2 goals. That'll never happen, and the guy kicks 3 or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, there you go, you kick 3, or such and such won't get 30 disposals, and he does.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting, the pre and post sort of reactions to takes and stuff, because. Yeah, just because it's a good take before it happens doesn't mean it'll be a good take after it. Or,
I agree.
Vice versa. Because, I can definitely tell you I've had plenty of takes people thought were bad, but then they came to light. And the takes end up, aging pretty well.
Well, the question I'm going to... The question I'm going to ask you, Shawnee.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you this. What are you expecting from the forward line tonight? What are you expecting our forwards tonight?
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like if we can, kicking 100 points is always a good standard. So I sort of hope if we can kick 15 goals or even 16 goals, we can average 4 goals a quarter. Then at least we can know that our forward line's in pretty good stead. That actually doesn't surprise me, Mark. So what neutral supporters are even turning up. Yeah. I guess that comes with the territory being a Collingwood support. Everyone wants us out. What I say before, they hate us because they ain't us. That certainly applies. So the forwards. As I said before, 100 points. Yeah, if we can get that, that'd be pretty good. I just have a feeling it's going to be a shootout. And I think we take it. I'm still happy to back in the 9 points.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some junk goals late though, because I feel like once the game is done, I feel like we'll sort of I feel like once it gets halfway through the fourth quarter, if one team has a lead of say 2 or 3 goals, I feel like they'll probably wave the white flag because the season will be done for them. And then I think once that's done, that's when you can probably pile on the goals. So a potential 2 to 3 goal win might turn into a 7 or 8 goal win just because you get a lot of junk goals late. But then again, as Collingwood, we don't normally win games by 40 plus.
So, that's true. That's true, bro.
Yeah, that's true. A junk goal for us might be 2 max, and it'll probably blow out to maybe somewhere around 20 points, just like your prediction, Chris.
Yeah, I would take that. Even yours 9, I would even take that.
Mate, if we walk away with 1 point winners, I'm taking it and running.
I'll fucking oath. And then we go on to next week. I don't give a fuck. Like this, if Lucas will say this, I'll say this. I don't give a fuck who we play next week. I just want to fucking win. I don't give a fuck who we play next. I just want to win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, the question I was going to ask you, Sean, do you feel like Mick, do you feel like this is a final tonight? Or do you feel like this is not a chance to get into the finals?
I feel like the media is trying to push this as if it's a final. It's I don't know. I'll probably have to wait till the game starts and the game's happening. And then how the crowd's reacting, because I feel like the crowd can also that's also a big percentage of what the atmosphere and the vibes are like. Because if the crowd treats it like a final, well, it can act like a final pretty quickly then.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even the players have spoken about it being a final, and the fact that it's like, yeah, if we lose, we're out. So like, it's either put up or shut up. So yeah, I mean, I guess in a sense, because it's like a team is being like eliminated, I guess you could maybe make the case that it's finals in that sense. As I said, the boys are definitely treating it like it's a final because again, if they half-ass it and they lose, well, then that season done. So, I guess maybe it is a good idea to treat it like a final. I don't, but I feel like if we were to say go to the game and it's a final, even though it is a wild card, you know, I feel like you'd probably have a better time if it's labelled as a final anyway, because then you'll probably get all the, you know, it's like even the crowd reacts differently because it's a final. Like every possession matters. Like everyone's just so nervous because like you sort of just don't want to screw up the first 10 minutes of the game. Here we go. Paul's a few basses of red, white and blue in Lewanstein, General Republic, but the Olympic AFL members and Ponsfordstein is very black and white. Okay, there you go. So
there you
go. Hope we win. Not confident. So many concerns. Predictions: Pies by 16. DeGoey 3 goals. Hayes 2. West 2. Yeah, I've got a feeling West is going to get off the chain.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
the boys
DeGoey normally has an alright game too. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the boys look on. They look on. They're coming through the banner. They look on. Nick's firing them up. He's looking at them.
Yeah. Matt, do you have any predictions at all? If you're still here.
Collingwood by 2 points.
Yep. Oh, good.
I said Swaddling to get 27 possessions and 2 goals. My other one.
Yep. So, Swaddling for 2 goals, you said?
2 goals and 27 posies.
Yep.
That's good. That's good, Matt. That's a good prediction.
Well, we'll see. We don't know. It's a good prediction yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. He could have 8 disposals and like 4 behinds for all we know.
Have you got a time machine, Chris? Please tell us about this time machine. I'm going to start calling you Marty McFly, son of Fly.
Matt, what are you expecting from Houston?
He'll give his normal Houston effort. Just standard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want him to defend. Yeah. I don't care if he gets any kicks. I just want to stop his man tonight. Can you just do that job? That's all. Because they've got good small forwards. Really concerned about their small forwards. And we don't have any good small backmen except for Quaynor. We've got one small. Does Quaynor play on West, Jones, and Waitman?
I would say Jones. I'm going to say Jones.
I'd say Waitman just because it just seems like he's more proven forward, but Jones is like very quick, so
I think if Fly was smart, he would realise that he's got to do something different tonight. Right? He didn't have the balls to play Parker or Ryan. He needs to go, well, we've got defensive forwards like McCreary and Schultz. If these small forwards get off the chain, maybe we put one of them back. Because at least they can defend.
Yeah, well, at least they can chase down.
Yeah, they're fast and they're defensive when they need to be. Side bottom, Houston, Dacos, Josh, they're not defensive. That's my major concern. Hopefully we win it at the source and it just doesn't get down there much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll just get Void on quick as well. Hey, Void.
Hey, Void.
Excited?
No, nervous.
Yeah, nerves are definitely kicking in for sure. Excitement. I need to see the game first, but nerves is certainly kicking in though. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing though.
I'm not sure either.
I reckon tonight's a good night. It won't happen, but it'd be really, even just do something surprising, like even if they threw Roan Steele in the back line and put Houston half forward.
Yeah.
Roan or Harvey, one of our quick guys who's a decent ball user. That'd be just a little bit of something that I wouldn't see coming, you know.
Well, I saw something you said before, Floyd. You said, what about side bottom on Cody Wakeman? Would you still do that? You said that, I think you said earlier in the chat.
He's probably the slowest forward that they've got. That was my only thought.
Yeah.
Wakeman looks quick, but he's actually not that quick. Not as quick as he looks.
Nah. But that's the thing though, like Sidey's pretty slow though. So even though Waitman's not like fast, that just shows you how slow Sidey is, you know?
I'd probably put Quaynor on Artie Jones.
Who's that, sorry?
I'd probably put Quaynor on Artie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like sort of thinking, because originally I was thinking Waitman, but then if you're gonna need like pace for pace, you kind of forced to put Q on him.
Yeah, that's the thing with Waitman. You play someone on him who's a good reader of the football, who can out-position him when he's trying to go for marks. He's probably more dominant in that area. I was just thinking, if they do play side bottom on someone in their forward line, that's probably your best bet. Might still not be perfect, but it's probably the safest, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of telling the fact that we've got to like, you know, we're sort of like nervous like it's nervous laughter on like who our defenders go on. That's not a great sign.
Oh, you watch. You watch. But somehow tonight he'll have a good game somehow. You know what I mean? It'll be one of those nights where he comes out and just has a decent game. I think. Send himself off.
Yeah.
Especially with like the home and away games, like I feel like that is room for people to not also showcase their best football, which I know can sound like very weird, but like when it comes to like the wild card and finals and all that stuff, you can't really like hide yourself. Like you can't hide. So if your form's not good, it's like there's no like finals is a type of game where there are no excuses basically.
The only thing I'm hoping is with finals, sometimes finals football can sort of, it slows down a tiny bit. So it can
more context.
Sometimes your slower players can look worse in the home and away season than they do in the finals. When it gets to finals, you guys like Sidey and Long might not quite get as found out as they do during the home and away. I'm hoping at least.
Yeah.
It should be slightly more contested. I know we're playing the Dogs and they're not a contested side, but hopefully it is. Everybody's matched up on each other and it is a tiny bit of an arm wrestle. And then some of our longs won't just run off them. Yeah, let's give this a good go, and let's play Geelong next week.
Well, who cares who we play? Let's just get the job done.
Wait, do we play Geelong next week, or do we play?
It'll come down out of Melbourne and Carlton. If Carlton win, we play Geelong. If Melbourne wins, we play Adelaide.
I was saying it tongue in cheek because I think I want Melbourne to beat Carlton.
Yeah,
then we'll play Geelong.
Yeah, because I don't know who I want to play them to. I just don't care. Focus on it next week. Just get the job done tonight.
Yeah, because if we could get Adelaide, that would be a great matchup.
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure I did a finals predictor, and I basically had Doggies, Crows, Swans, and then Freo in the prelim. If we get that, I reckon we're actually half a chance to actually get to even potentially get to the prelim.
Yeah, or getting the Swans thing, getting them at a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. If we've got to travel, then it's not the scariest proposition anymore.
Yep.
Guys, it's 7:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
All good.
They're out there.
Yep.
Pull it.
All right. Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you for the stream. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like the video because we create awesome content, and make sure to subscribe so you keep watching all the awesome content. And yeah, that'll be it for us. And we'll probably catch you guys in the post game with all of our content creators and all that stuff. And till then, we will see you guys later. Go Pies.
Go Pies. Go Pies.